The holidays are upon us, and I know what you're thinking. I don't know what I'm going to get my friends and family, so I'm going to fake my own death and move to Canada. Hold on, man! There's a better way. With today's sponsor, Movement Watches. They make holiday shopping simple and easy. These watches make perfect purchases for anyone in your life. They can be a guy or a girl. And remember, they start at just $95. You can skip the crowds and standing in crazy lines and find a gift they'll love at prices that beat department stores. How many times do we have to talk about these watches, man? It's fancy. Nick loves his, and no one has to move to Canada to avoid them. You know what I mean? Buy them for you and your loved ones. Don't have someone you love? I got that covered. Buy this for the guy you hate at work and is always late. Then at the company holiday party, have a drink, toss the watch in his face and say, maybe now you'll be on time, Steve. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movement.com/Greggy. That's movement, MVMT.com/Greggy. Now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, to step up your watch game. Go to movement.com/Greggy. Throw it in Steve's fat face. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Are we trying to look better now? Because you're trying to show us up with your cool outfit these days, and I don't like it.
You can go to stitchfix.com/Greggy to look like Greg, because now Greg actually does that.
Now that's first off, that's the pure one at Tim Gettys, and I want to be very clear. This is not a sponsorship.
Oh my God, do those come in men's?
Owned.
I look great, and I don't care who knows it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
You are sexy, and you do know it.
But we did the Stitch Fix sponsorship thing. We'll have to shoot
that off.
I don't like it.
Whatever. You know what I mean? What's your problem?
You're nasty.
I'm just making a show happen over here. If you put your foot up there, there'd be a foot mark too. You know what I mean? Except it'd be a lot smaller because you're a tiny little man. Anyways, yes, we did the sponsorship for Stitch Fix. They sent me the box of clothes, and I liked it so much I signed up myself, and I paid my own money for it. That's not free at all.
Greg Miller money.
I think you can still go to stitchfix.com/Greggy. Don't get it, but I don't know. It's not sponsored. They didn't sponsor this. We're giving free advertising. Kevin, did you just raise your hand like a reporter?
There was no audio. We
what
have
do
to
you
start
have?
over.
Did you actually use? Did you use our code?
Well, no, I had it. I didn't think I could because I had it. I signed up through the thing when they did this. Why are you shaking your head? I don't.
Wait, you don't
why are you holding a pen and asking questions too, though?
Why did they make my tea so long?
Why is this show so fucked up?
Oh my
today?
God, they really fucked up my name. I don't think that's how you spell Mia Khalifa.
And your name is Mia Khalifa. Thank you for coming. How are you?
Hold on. It just says kind of funny.
No, I'm just kidding.
But those letters are long too. What kind of serial killer wrote these fucking names on?
Listen, when
When
he asked for my name and I said kind of funny, he laughed a little too hard. I'm like, dude, you work at Starbucks. Like, you've never been given a fake name before.
That was his thing, man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Not in like West Portal.
Bruce Wayne used to be
Where
mine.
families are going. Oh,
Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just say Nick. Yeah, that's easy, right? That's my name. That way, when they call it out, because I'd be the kind of idiot that's like Bruce Wayne, and then I'd be waiting there forever for my fucking coffee, and I'm like, "Where's my coffee?"
I'm never coming back to Starbucks again.
Bruce Wayne. I'm like, "Who the fuck is Bruce Wayne? Give him my coffee."
Give my coffee.
Yeah, he was. He went up a lot of months.
He did the doinker thing.
Mia, if folks don't know you, where would they know you from?
God, I don't want to talk about that.
You're an internet personality, correct?
I am. They probably know me from being a loudmouth on Twitter, and if they're a sports fan, they probably know me from bagging on their team, probably.
Okay.
There you go.
What's your team?
My team is all the ones that lose.
Oh, yeah.
The Redskins, the
Chicago.
Capitals, the Wizards,
Thank
the
you.
Nationals, the Seminoles.
I had
the
a
Blue
Wizards
Devils
jersey
are my own.
once.
Who was it?
Jordan. No, Arenas. The zero. The zero,
Shut
right?
up! I do a show with him now.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit.
It's called Out of Bounds on Monday through Thursday.
That's with the zero guy? That's crazy.
Agent Zero, yeah.
Wow.
He is insane.
Really?
If you think I'm a hot mic, oh my God. We have to pre-tape because of him. In the best way
Fantastic.
possible.
That's like Nick.
We normally pre-tape, but we're live right now.
Oh God.
And so I was. Well, we used. I'm sorry, you're right. We don't.
I was like, we've been doing this
used
live
to
for a long
time ago,
Yeah.
but yeah. So you know, it's gonna be fun today.
Yeah,
I was telling
excited.
people in the morning show when we did the
Strap
morning
in.
show this morning that it's going. This might be one of the few that we actually have to go back and edit some stuff out of, and I'm excited about that.
Oh God.
But if you're watching live, you might be watching history get made. Right? You know
In
what I
the
mean?
making.
There you go.
Because if you didn't know, this is the Game Over Greggy show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table. Each bring a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny where you can get each and every episode of the show early. How early, Nick?
You can be watching it right now.
That's
You can
right.
be watching it right now.
That was a lot of nip.
I
That
signed
was a lot
out.
of it.
I signed up when you told me what it was.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Helping out. Nick, do you sign up to patreon.com/kindafunny?
No, I don't do that. Should I?
I do because
What do
I
I
want to
get?
know. I
What
want
do
the
I get?
user experience. Well, if you sign up at $1, you can watch the show live, but you're
Right.
on it, so that's tough.
Okay.
If you go $5 or $10, you could get early on Fridays the episode that's going to be going live the following Friday for everyone on youtube.com/kindafunny and podcast services
That
around
is
the
a
globe.
great deal.
It is because you want this stuff early,
That's
right?
a great deal.
Exactly. It's an
Now,
awesome
people were
deal.
giving me shit earlier because I wasn't subscribed to our channel on Twitch.
Twitch.tv is kind of funny
Twitch-
games.
And this is
If
what
you
I
have
did.
Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, you should give it away to somebody every 30 days.
Yeah, there you go. Joey came to me yesterday
Joey Noah.
and she was like, hey, you need to sign up. You need to subscribe to our own channel. And I was like, why would I subscribe to my own channel?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. What we should do is subscribe to other people's channels.
Sure.
Use the Amazon Prime to subscribe to other people's channels.
Sure.
So I announced that officially on the show this morning. Every month, we're all going to use that
Pick one
free
person.
subscription to go to someone.
How
maybe it'll go to yours.
charitable.
I know. Maybe it'll go to your Twitch channel.
don't waste it on mine.
Twitch.tv/Mia Khalifa. Whoa, what's going on there? Maybe it'll go to FM3_. Who's
It's
that?
definitely not
That's
going
my
there.
old boss at IGN, and he's a lovely guy, and he looks a lot like Jason Schwartzman from all the things that Jason Schwartzman was in.
Featured in Jason Schwartzman movies.
I can't think of one. Like
What are you talking
Moonrise
about?
Kingdom.
Rushmore.
There you go.
Bastards.
There he goes. Okay. Was he in Inglourious Bastards?
Well, he looks like the guy from Inglourious
I love
Basterds.
that.
Eli Roth?
Yeah.
I don't think they look anything alike. I don't think they look alike at all.
He thinks they look alike.
Fran thinks he looks like Eli Roth. No, he looks like Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah, 100%. That's how Fran
They are
looks, yeah.
spitting images of each
Dude,
other.
I don't know, man.
Same body,
keep the
same
show
upper
going.
torso.
Mia, what's your topic?
My topic is being come up to in public because I know y'all get recognized.
Sure, it happened today.
Yeah.
At the Lemonade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is the worst way for someone to approach you in public, and how do you prefer people to approach you when they do recognize you?
The worst way is, in my opinion, is to
Jump out of a
not
cake.
approach me, and then later on Twitter be like, "Oh man, I saw you," and I didn't. Like,
It's
I
actually
want
my favorite kind.
really,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you come from a different
Fan
place on
base.
the internet
Yeah.
than we do. Like for us, we are very excited.
Exactly.
Like stoked. Where I'm like, "Oh man, like I wish I could have said hi
Yeah.
to you." Whereas, and also I like knowing when there's people around me listening because there's a lot of times that I'm talking shit. You know what I mean? And it's like I'd
Tim
rather
Gettys
know
always
who's around.
scheming.
I'm a scheming.
He's always
be
scheming. So yeah, if you want to know, you have
I
to
want
be
to know my
identified.
whereabouts, you know, and
Sure.
usually have Kevin watching my six.
Yeah, it's always terrifying when you get one of those because you have to run through. Shit, did we fuck anything up? I was talking about it on one of the, not the final, but when we were leading up to leaving IGN, after like one of our final Beyonds there, Colin and I went out to Rick House and got fucking house trashed. And it was one of those things where there was a very distinct moment when people swapped in and out next to us. And we had luckily gotten done venting all of our anger about whatever the hell was happening at IGN or the transition and this, that, and the other. And then people sat down and we got back in the car that night, or the Uber, and went home. And I checked the phone. And sure enough, the guy who got sat after we were done venting was like, "Oh, I just sat next to the Colin and Greg at the Rick House, and it was great. And I was too embarrassed to say anything." And I was like, "Oh, fucking God." That was a
this
close
shit
call.
this
Because
guy
I
knows
was like,
about us right now.
I hate Fran. He doesn't look like Eli Roth.
He just doesn't look
Oh
like
my
And
God.
Colin was like, "You're right, he doesn't." Yeah, those are terrifying, but it also sucks because I don't want to miss that moment with somebody to say hey to them.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I always want to miss that moment.
Hey, don't you want to
because,
appreciate
okay,
these people?
no, yes, and I am very appreciative when someone is like, "Hey, you're hilarious on Twitter. Like, I'm a fan," or like, "Hey, I really like your show. Like, you're awesome."
Sure.
But when they come up to me and they say, "Oh my God, Mia Khalifa, I'm such a big fan," I'm like, I don't want to touch your hand, dude. I know where that's been.
Right, because they've been.
Yeah.
They've been touching
I mean, that's how Nick
themselves.
feels too. You know, the amount of times people.
I don't
No,
want
no,
to
no, other people don't want to touch
masturbates
Nick's
in my
hand.
life.
Yeah, I'm such a big fan.
I'm flattered
Huge
if you
fan of
find
your
me-
Oh,
if
he's
you find
getting
me
after it.
attractive-
It's Friday. He's like,
yeah,
it's
Cool
the
Greg
afternoon.
drinking.
Let's go.
Cool Greg does not fuck around.
Cool, Greg,
Ever.
give me one of them.
Can I have one?
Shit.
Let's go.
Well, sure, fine. Yeah, give me
Oh
a
my
beer
God,
too.
thank you,
yeah.
Cool Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring me
Cool
a
Greg.
water though too, because I
If
going
you want,
straight from the coffee to the
Do we
beer.
have
too,
sugar-free
please.
Red Bull?
That's how you fuck your bath.
Well, I'll take one of those. But don't open it for me. I want to keep it right here next to the other caffeinated beverage. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't know. I think about all the times people have actually come up to me and said, "Hey, I'm a fan," and like I'll tell you what I like. I like when it just happens to be when I'm with someone that's an old friend of mine who doesn't know really what I
Sure.
do now.
Oh, that's
And then
hilarious.
randomly someone's like, "Are you Nick Scarpino?" And then inside I'm like, "Yes, yes I am." Like I've had a couple instances where I would literally just be talking about it, right? And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, what we do is really cool. We're building a huge community out there, lots of great people." And the person like, "I don't understand like what you do. Like, are you famous?" I'm like, "No, we're not famous. No one ever really recognizes me." And then inevitably, someone at that point will come up and be like, "Are you Nick Scarpino?" And I'm like, It just never happens to me. I'm sorry. I just don't know how it works.
Oh my god.
It is cool though. I feel like
It's fucking awesome.
Recently, for us, I mean, even last night it happened a lot.
Yeah, the Justice League premiere.
It's weird that when we spend our entire days talking about video games and comics and movies and stuff, that when you go to a movie theater to watch a nerdy ass movie, there's going to be other people that watch us that do that. And it's so cool watching Justice League walking out, and I forget the girl's name, but the really enthusiastic one, you know who you are. Really nice hugs.
Pink hair?
Pink hair.
Yes.
Lots of
Saw
color.
her at Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, exactly.
She was there.
And
She
it's
came
like
up
now
and said
this
hi
is
there
just
too.
an ongoing thing of just like, oh, hey, what'd you think
I
of
think
the
you have a
movie we
stalker
just
situation
watched?
on your hands at this point.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Nobody even cares about us that much.
No,
They don't
yeah.
want to stalk us.
No one cares
sorry.
that much.
No.
We're very much just like, oh, cool, that's them. That's cool. All right,
See,
bye.
I wish I had a fan base like that.
Yeah?
Mine is find out where I live and leave flowers on my doorstep.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Hey guys, don't do that. That's a bad look.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you probably. I mean, for a number of different reasons, you probably have to deal. It's like amplified for you.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
imagine on a. I mean, you have a huge following, A, and B, you're a female on the internet, so immediately someone's gonna be creepy towards
Exactly.
you. Probably.
So what is the worst
Thank
way
you.
someone's recognized you? What's your worst recognition story?
they're like, "Hey, you looked great when you slept last night." You're like, "Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Christ.
terrifying,
Damn, Nick.
terrifying."
Jen tells me that all the time.
You are a fucking angel when you sleep, though. You snore though. You snore.
No, I
Snore a little?
don't. I don't snore.
You snore.
I don't.
You're a snorer.
I snore up a storm. I'm proud of it too.
There it is, right there. That's where you keep the stress.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what? Like, lay it on us. What is some of the creepiest shit that's happened?
No,
to you?
don't, because
actually
my topic
happened-
is very much that. So not the creepiest shit. The worst time you've been recognized.
Not the worst. Well, anytime I'm on a date is the worst time I get recognized.
Oh.
Or anytime I'm with someone. Like my ex didn't like it when people would come up to me because obviously it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So it's the worst when I would like go out with him and people would come up to me. That was the worst. But I think that just the most inappropriate is being in public and them not even coming up to me but just yelling, "Hey, that's a porn star! Hey, Mia Khalifa, you're a porn star, right?" That happened at the Kings game.
Oh. That's
You're
my
like,
Spider-Man
yeah,
crane voice.
Nailed it. That was.
Hey, Spider-Man, I'm going to swing these cranes over for you. Hey, Mia Khalifa, you're a porn star, right? Get on the crane, Spider-Man.
Don't be a crane operator, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa,
unless
no.
you're a crane operator,
Whoa.
in which case, do you?
Big
I
Greg
guess.
Miller, #1 crane operator
That's
out there.
true.
Come
Your
on now,
dad is a
keeping
crane
Chicago
operator.
skyline safe out there.
But I don't think your dad would scream inappropriate things at me.
No, my dad
I
does
don't
not
think He's a
either.
very respectful human
Yeah,
being.
he's very.
Aw.
There's a lot of times people come up to us and they're like, "Oh man, I loved your Batman v Superman trailer reaction video. I love it." Do they get specific with you?
No, usually it's just like either
I love
creepy
your
or
work.
they are. Yeah, exactly. Or yeah, I love your work. Like, oh my god, that's the most chills in the worst way. When they are specific though, I like it more. Like when they say, "Hey, I really like Out of Bounds. Hey, I really like the way you called out Chad Kelly," or like something not porn.
Sure.
Because porn was just such a very brief and regretful period of my life. Like it was only 3 months of my life when I was 21. So when people just dwell on it nonstop and come up to me in public when I'm with people, sometimes people who don't even know I did it.
Obama.
And yeah. What?
You're walking around with Obama. He doesn't know.
Usually, yes.
You're friends with Obama?
Only, yeah.
Can you put in a good-
Before he was famous.
Okay.
So I don't know much about your life before Twitch and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like, how old are you now?
I'm 20. I'll be 25 in a few months.
Okay, cool. Wow. So yeah, 3 months out of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that sucks then.
It's a
I
drop
know.
in the bucket.
Sure.
That's Greg Miller says.
A
Who would
drop
say?
in
Do
the
I say
bucket.
that? Is that one of my phrases?
That's a Greg Miller phrase.
The fact that I know is a Greg
fact
Miller
that-
phrase.
I don't
Digress.
think he coined that. A
I
drop in
could
the
have
bucket.
invented. Whoa, we got a
Oh,
blackout.
shit.
Undertaker's here.
Wait, what the hell's happening down
What
there?
the fuck
Are we
was
getting
seeing-
DDoSed?
The
I just learned that word and I've been using it nonstop.
Is it? Wait, isn't it? Doxed?
I think I'm using. Oh.
But it's DDoS attack.
Yeah.
DDoS
DDoS.
attack. Did they say DDoS? Oh, who cares? It doesn't matter.
Are we
Yeah, it
still
looks goofy.
streaming?
And now you can see each other on top of it.
I don't know.
OBS looks like it's frozen, so it doesn't look like it's still streaming.
Well, I don't know what the fuck happened.
It's fine, Kev. Don't worry. Do your thing. Everybody chill out. Joey's watching the live stream. She'll tell us everything.
And take it
freaked
from the
out.
top.
Yeah, no, it's no big deal.
That
It's
was
no
this
big deal.
morning.
Don't worry about that. Was this morning.
We
3
had a
times
couple
I saw it.
stars this morning. It was good.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
all. It
Yeah.
was all in the intro though.
That's what it is. Garbage truck on fire.
Garbage truck on
Yeah.
fire is our thing.
But
so.
the thing is this, I'm new to hosting things. I'm terrible at intros and outros and the middle part too. But like mostly intros and outros, I get really nervous. And I'll do this weird thing where I'll like forget people's names. Like names are the worst. So if I'm with a guest, I'll be like, her name is Mia Khalifa. Mia Khalifa, Mia. And I'm like, hi, I'm Nick Scarpino, and with me today is, and then I'll just fucking blank.
Wiz
No,
Khalifa.
that's-
Like, Wiz Khalifa.
Halfway
Damn it,
there.
that's wrong. That's right. Is that right? I don't know.
I think the
Did that
weirdest
didn't happen
question I
today?
get is,
No,
are you
I
related
nailed
to
the
him?
intro twice,
Like-
and then when we finally got online, I fucked it up.
Yeah, Alex Johnson, Joe Johnson. They must be related.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Okay, first off, fuck you both. There's a famous Khalifa, and then another one comes around. They got to be related, huh? This is just
seems
like
very culturally insensitive.
now is it?
little bit.
I'm just saying.
I feel like Khalifa's a pretty common last name in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
but in the internet? On the internet where where all of a sudden people are popping up
You're
doing
just
stuff?
pissed off because there's a billion Millers out there. And nobody cares.
1,000%. I had to, you know how long
pissed
it
off
took me to
because
get to the #1 Greg Miller spot?
Here's how shitty it is for me, though. There is another Nick Scarpino out
Works
there,
at
and he's
Portillo's.
not as famous as I am, but he does have the Twitter handle.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
But he
So
works
are
at
you the
Portillo's.
real or what is yours?
I think he's the real one at
He's
this
Nick
point.
underscore Scarpino.
Yeah, I'm Nick
Oh,
underscore
that's sad,
Scarpino.
like a peasant.
It's
Oh, you have
really
to-
I just like the idea of this
Scarpino.net.
Khalifa dynasty coming in. You know what I mean? Where all of a sudden it was like there were no Khalifas that were famous.
Well,
And then
there
all
was
of
the
a sudden-
Burj,
The who?
the tallest building in the world.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm talking about people. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like you got Wiz Khalifa, you got Mia Khalifa.
Who else? I
The
think
name,
that's
the
it.
first names also kind of sound alike.
Wiz and Mia.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wiz and Mia.
Okay.
Okay.
So we should pause the show.
Oh God,
I think we're
thank God
we're
I
still
can stop
recording the
small
actual.
talk.
Sure. I would
God,
say we
I
should
hate you
probably
guys.
pause the show. Joey, we're definitely dead live then, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll pause here.
Okay.
Gremlins inside. We got gremlins. That would be the best case. They look soft, but they hard as fuck. They're hard, bro. Yeah. You ever get hot? I'm hot.
You ever get hot?
It's hot right now.
I just told you I have hyperhidrosis. Yes, I get hot.
I didn't hear that.
Hyperhidrosis.
Oh, yeah.
I think you told me that you have hyperhidrosis.
Gnarly. I get Botox under my arms.
Botox.
Yeah.
That's how you do it?
That's yeah. That's
I've been
how you
using
cure it.
Certain Dry, and even it's fighting,
I
but it
used
ain't
Certain
happening.
Dry for 3 years. I'm telling you, Botox under your arms,
How long does it last for?
6 months. It's about depending on how bad it is, between $500 and $800, and it's
Okay.
fucking worth it.
Okay.
But
500 to 800 in
discovered-
armpit?
No.
Okay.
No.
it also, but it makes you sweat in other places.
doesn't.
So your face is gonna sweat more.
No.
I'd
Y'all
much
in them
prefer
sweaty
that.
faces?
Yeah.
I'd have like the thing like, oh,
No,
it's too
same.
hot today.
Oh, while we're in a break, can I get a picture?
Absolutely.
Smiles? Yay. Okay. I get a sad black shirt in the back. I got it for you.
What'd you do? Oh, you
Throw
throw
up them
both guns up.
birds.
It's a double bird thing.
Never double bird. It's too much bird.
It's Friday.
Call them the flock.
Adios, turd nuggets.
There it is.
Grandma's Boy. I hate that you haven't seen. I hate that
You
you don't
haven't seen
understand
Grandma's
how
Boy?
much I quote that movie.
I've seen it.
Dude, it's
I
so
quote
fun.
that
I'm
movie
a
forgettable.
robot.
The best.
I'm a
Any
robot
other movie.
vagina.
Are you kidding me? It's
Never
one
seen
of
it.
my favorite movies.
People love it. I don't get it.
So this weekend,
I feel like it's too
what
real.
are the two
Huh?
movies you have to
No, I
watch?
don't.
That's why you don't
Oblivion?
get it.
Geostorm.
Edge of Tomorrow.
What are
and
the two
Grandma's
movies?
Boy. Grandma's Boy is on that list now for you. It's fucking hilarious.
That movie is.
I like Chris Elliott fun.
I love that movie so much.
Chris Elliott not in Grandma's Boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not in Grandma's.
Ah, fuck.
Nick
Very-
Swartzen in that movie, incredible.
Nick Swartzen's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's also twisted, but very funny.
Oh my god, I stretched so hard I almost broke my choker.
You have a choker on? Oh.
My neck's so buff.
That's when I know I need to lose weight. Like when my,
When your neck starts getting big?
No, when I have to like loosen my choker and not put it on the tightest one, I have to put it on like the second tightest one or the third. Or I know I need to get my eyebrows done when they touch when I get mad.
Ah, okay.
I wish it was still recording.
I know, that was gold.
Oh, now I feel bad for
Well, there you go.
No, we're gonna edit it. You know what I mean? But like, this can still be left in there. I'm sure. Cool, Greg. Leave all this in here. It's fine. Do
Cool, Greg,
something.
you're the best. Except for bringing me an IPA. Party foul.
He said IPAs, IPA,
Oh, did he
and, we,
say
and we
IPA?
all were
Did
like,
you say
yeah.
IPA?
Do you want something different?
Oh, I thought he said, you want a beer? But like with a California accent.
Cool, Greg. Do we have a different beer?
kidding.
He's got Blue Moons. You
Get
want
her
Blue
one of
Moon?
those Blue Moons.
Get our
No,
Blue
no.
Moon because I don't want her
you already
bitching
have-
nonstop.
There's sober kids in Africa.
Cool, Greg. Leave this in there. Cool, Greg. Leave this in there.
You want an IPA?
Mia Khalifa, Wiz Khalifa's daughter, is a raging bitch. Get her the Blue Moon, Cool Greg. Get baby or bottle.
No, I'm good
We're
with
not
my
gonna-
Don't
cocktail.
touch me.
We're not
Go
going
with
to
my
say
coffee.
we're not
Thank
going to
you.
use the B word, but what we will say is that she is a little spoiled right now.
Oh,
I'm just going
very
to tell you
spoiled.
that.
How great would it be if we
Very.
came back live and there's like
ask
fires and
Jeff-
so, yeah.
Ask Jeff how spoiled I am. It's terrible.
So we're back now for sure live? For you don't know for sure. Okay, that's you. Oh, well, we'll wait for Joey to confirm it before we pick back up with this.
My love stroke just went by, bro.
We have no idea why that happened, but it did happen, and now it's over.
So many knickknacks.
We have a lot of
I
knickknacks.
love it.
You know, all these are my toys from when I was a youth.
Really?
Except for the Star Wars ones.
If you want, you can pick one and break it in front of him.
Really?
Yeah, he gets really emotional. It's great.
Or
Those eyes are testing me, and I don't want to.
yeah,
take
I was
that
gonna say,
challenge.
or you could steal shit off of Greg's desk, and we just won't.
Why are you
tell him
stealing
that
shit off
haven't.
my desk?
Nothing.
I don't have that much
Nothing
shit on my
happened.
desk.
What are you talking about?
That's
I have a lot of
on-
space to
that's
move
been
now. I've
going on.
rearranged
Pants
that
are
desk.
distracting though, Greg. I gotta say.
Wait,
They
I'm
keep
sorry.
catching my eyes.
You guys,
My new Stitch Fix.
do you guys
fix.
want to go back into it so I can put down a note on a time?
I
From
thought
the
we were.
beginning?
I think we went back into it a little bit ago.
Okay,
That's some gold
all right.
right there where we all just talking about
Sounds great.
Mia being a bitch and
Whoa.
spoiled,
Damn.
and her uncle Wiz Khalifa not
You know
being
that
thrilled
she's
about it.
hardcore.
That's an
If you
uncle.
start turning it on with her, she will fuck with you. That's what's happening.
But we respect
She
each other.
already-
respect,
No.
respect,
Respect each
respect.
other.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I
Respect,
think
respect,
but I think
respect.
she will take you down like a fucking chump.
See, what you're doing is
The fact that your
projecting
wife
your
is
fear.
Canadian and has
No,
a cute
she
dog
already-
is your
she
only
already-
saving grace.
Yeah, she already gave it to me this morning.
Yeah.
Like I'm
You
a-
can't hang with her.
I'm a San Francisco liberal hippie who does yoga, and
God,
I'm
you're the
kind
worst.
of a pussy.
It's true. That's all.
We already
100%
established
correct,
this.
yeah.
This is stuff we've known, but we've never really said. You guys are
We've
always
all
nice.
known it,
She's
yeah.
just saying what everyone's thinking.
Picking back up.
Yeah.
With the topic then. So have you found that have you turned the corner then? Are you starting to get more people coming up about the
Yes,
shows
and it's
whatnot?
wonderful, and it's
Yeah.
making me start to not like when people would come up to me, my answer for it doesn't matter how they asked me. Hey, are you Mia Khalifa? Hey, can I take a picture with you? Hey, I'm a huge fan. Immediately, get the fuck away from me or I'll mace you.
No shit,
Immediately.
really?
And that was
Straight
just a
to the
defense
mace.
mechanism because I've been accosted, I've been grabbed, I've been followed to my car in parking lots. So after all of that happened, I've allegedly punched people, like allegedly.
Allegedly.
After like all of those
what I'm
bad
telling you, dude. Don't
experiences.
do that.
Did she punch him or not? Did she
I
make
may
him
have
punch
been-
him? I
I
don't know
may
what
have been
happened.
physically assaulted this morning by Mia Khalifa.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, I stopped. Like it wasn't worth it for me to try and weed out the nice people from the people who are gonna make me feel unsafe.
Sure.
So immediately I was just get away from me. But now people are starting to recognize me for things that I'm actually proud of and things that aren't. I don't know how to put it.
No, you're doing great.
Yeah. No, I'm happier now. It's getting better. It
That's
is.
awesome. Okay, great. Well, here's what I want to do then. My topic is very similar to what we're talking about here, so I'm just bringing it in here, and we'll do final topic hodgepodge. We just talk about
Free
whatever
for all.
the fuck we want to do. Free for all.
I'm telling you right now,
Potpourri.
I'm putting it in our lexicon. Free for all topic.
I like
we just
that.
throw it out there whenever we want. Free
That's
for all.
not even a good name.
That's just
Nick.
what we do.
Like,
Yeah, that's a
just-
terrible name.
No, we
That's-
find the topic, but that's what we're calling it. So if we need an extra topic at the end of the show, we call it the free for all. It's the slot, and then we figure out as we go.
All right, so who's familiar with Dobler or Dahmer?
I was not.
I'm part of the Doppler gang, as you know. I
Not
run a side,
Doppler,
I
Dobler.
run a side
Doppelganger?
podcast called the Geostorm Podcast.
Like doppelganger.
No, Dobler or Dahmer. It's something I've been. I went to Maryland, hung out with the kids. I think that's where this might have
Where?
come up. I was outside of Baltimore.
Oh, okay. Ew.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to let you down on that
Yeah,
one.
that's gross.
Did
We
you
were.
see Cisco? Did you hit up Cisco when you were there?
Cisco hit me up, of course, saying, "Hey, I see you're coming to Maryland. When are you coming?" I gave him the dates, and he's like, "Of course, you come the day I leave."
Like
And I was
thong
like,
song?
Yes.
Shut up.
We're good friends with Cisco.
Best friend.
He's the best.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
You should call Cisco right now.
I have to tell you something right
Hey, we're
now.
here with Mia Khalifa.
If you don't think that Cisco is the best human being on the planet, you're wrong.
I love
Because
him. Are you
he's the
kidding
best human
me?
being
He
on
is
the planet.
fantastic.
He will just DM us sometimes every once in a while, and it'll be the sweetest thing.
He'll
you'll
just
ever-
text you.
Yeah, he's great.
We're calling Cisco.
You know how he's the dragon?
Yeah.
Every time he texts, he leaves the
He
dragon
leaves the
emoji.
dragon emoji and the little black guy.
Fuck
with
yeah,
the
he
silver
does.
hair.
Fuck
Or
yeah, he
blonde
does.
hair.
That's incredible.
No one ever answers. They're smart.
No, Cisco usually takes a while to answer because he's in the middle of dropping a.
Yo,
Cisco, it's Greg Miller. How are you?
what's going on, man?
Nothing. You're on the GameOverGreggy show. Are you well?
Yeah, I'm good.
We were just talking about Maryland, and then Tim asked me if you hit me, or if I hit you up when I went to Maryland, and I said no, you hit me up when I went to Maryland, and then Mia Khalifa couldn't believe that we knew you, and then we were like, yeah, we know you, and then Tim was like, call Cisco right now, and I did, so you're caught up now.
I love you. I love you. Oh my God, this is so cool.
What? Is this the girl that's on the new Star Wars?
No.
No, that was Janina Gavankar.
Yes. Also
this
an
is
awesome
Mia
human.
Khalifa.
Let
She
me
does a
run
bunch.
with that.
She does a bunch of sports.
That's the nicest way anyone's ever thought they recognized me. Let me run with that.
Okay, my apologies.
It's actually Star Trek, but
My bad. I was on the whole other side of the world.
oh my God.
Now let me tell you one thing right
You got
now.
anything to say to
I
Cisco?
know. I'm wearing a thong. Oh my God,
No, it's fine. We understand, Cisco. We don't get to see you enough. We miss you very much.
Same here, man. I hope to see you guys soon.
All right, well, come visit us sometime.
All right, bro.
All right, bye.
The dragon.
Cisco always on the move. The dragon on the
That
move.
is so cool.
We like to make dreams come true here.
That's what we
Yeah.
do. It's a little thing
That's
we
what
do.
we do in this studio.
It's called Dream Come. Don't you
It's
cry,
like a
Joey.
Make-A-Wish Foundation, but no, we don't really do anything
Make
good.
a Cisco.
Yeah.
Cisco.
Somebody-
Well, all we can do is call Cisco. So if your wish
That
is
is
not
the
Cisco,
one wish that
If
we can
your
make happen.
dream is for us to call Cisco, you got it. We got it. Gary Whitta in. Like we can figure that out. We can make things happen.
Oh my god.
Doppler or Dahmer?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Thank
Doppler
you. They're in my head now.
is the gang that I'm in because it's
I hate
weather.
everything.
Jeffrey
I hate
Yeah,
it.
we do the
Yeah.
Geostorm podcast on a weekly basis about Geostorm.
I know. They're delicious.
Dobler or Dahmer
Give it to me.
is a proposal proposed by the show How I Met Your Mother. The idea, though, doesn't need to rely on sitcom tropes or anything like
God,
that.
I
Don't
haven't seen
worry.
that show in a while.
The idea is simple. Grand gestures, grand romantic gestures, gestures made to anyone for a date, for anything, can go one of two ways. They can be interpreted as say anything's Lloyd Dobler
Oh.
and be what a fucking awesome romantic, oh my heart's melting moment.
Right.
Or they can be interpreted as
Creepy
that is a
as
serial killer on
He's
the.
gonna
I
eat my
love
face.
this.
Yes.
And I love How I Met Your Mother, and I'm mad I didn't recognize that from.
It's okay, don't
Yeah.
worry, I'm not mad about it.
I haven't seen it in like
I've
10 years.
It's
been
one
on
of
a while.
well, these kids these days, they're just using it in lexicon. I didn't even realize it was from a TV show until.
We brought it up on the sexual harassment topic.
Did we? Oh, we did briefly bring it up, but we never talked about it. So what I wanted, my topic was going to be stories of this effect in your life, whether you've done something that could have gone either way or went, I guess, the
That's
other
the
way.
story of my life.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me?
yeah.
Yeah.
With
don't Google how to ask a girl out at all. It's a bad idea.
Isn't that a Love and Sex Stuff episode?
Love and sex stuff.
It's a lot more tongue
for
than you
my
think.
young videos. My first videos on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All it was just fucking grand gestures that made everyone uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Stop.
Yeah,
what are
not-
what are the grand gestures from the video?
Well, I don't want to.
Well,
ruin
Aladdin, that
the
worked.
Views. I'm trying to get views on YouTube.com/Tim Gettys. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's a bunch of high school shit. It's like that's when you're working through understanding social dynamics,
Sure.
and how to talk to people that you have crushes on or whatever. But it's like it's all context sensitive. It's like you should know going into the situation if they're gonna take you as I forgot what the Dobler or
Dahmer.
Keebler, whatever it was.
Wow, you're dropping the one that I thought you would know.
Charles Bronson.
Dobler.
Yeah, no, Dahmer.
Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Doppler.
Serial killer.
Yeah. It's you need to know going in how your gesture is going to be taken because the most romantic thing is creepy. Not even the most. It doesn't even be a grand gesture. Giving a girl a flower, if not expected, can be really fucking weird.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Especially
like,
when
I
you're
shouldn't say really like an idiot, but I mean, like, what's the, where? Like, if you don't know, you've never talked to this person before?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think back to the days of like high school, right? When you would think like, hey, it's a great idea to like cover someone's car in flowers that you like. And you're like, oh, that's going to be really sweet. It's going to
For
be great.
prom, though, right? Not just to do it.
No, like, well, I mean, whatever. I don't know. Like, I remember doing
Well, I
that.
want to
Kids
know.
were
I want to
stupid.
know the things you've seen as well.
And when I was in
Here we go.
7th grade,
Lay it on me.
the only real friend that I ever had up till that point was Kevin Coelho. And then when I met real people
Yeah.
in middle school,
You realized, hey,
I
not
totally
everyone has
wasted-
milkshakes for every meal.
Yeah, that's true. Wasted my 6th grade, but there was young boys and girls developing. It's the whole puberty time and all that stuff. But I still wasn't like caught on to this whole thing of I'm supposed to like girls or whatever. But I met this group of friends that are to this day my best friends and Colonel and all
Yeah,
them.
Shari's
And they were already all up on this girl stuff. And then I remember, I'll never forget it. We had a science project. We had to build a volcano. For Mr. Heiler's class, and it was great. And we all bonded, and we spent all night just fucking gossiping and talking about shit. They kept talking about all this, like, oh, I have a crush on her, I have a crush on her, whatever. Like, who do you have a crush on? I didn't have a crush on anybody. I had no fucking idea, but I wanted to fit in.
Yeah.
I wanted to fit in, and they were naming people. I'm like, well, this other girl's friends with them, so I guess her. And so I said her name, and they're like, oh, cool, dude, on Monday you should give her a rose. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't know about any of this.
bad,
But
man.
No.
Like, you should do it,
You should have just
do
sent
it.
her a dick pic.
Well, this
It was a different time.
It was a
I think
different
this
era.
is pre-dick
A
pic
dick
era.
Polaroid.
Yeah,
There you go.
Polaroid.
The old Dick
A
Polaroid.
sketch of your phallus.
But
that would have been
flash
great.
forward, I ended up giving this girl a fucking rose on Monday because I wanted friends.
Right.
And it haunted me for years.
Yeah, 'cause it was
like this
creepy.
girl
She
did
married you.
not. This girl did not ever let it. Well, she eventually let it down in college, but before then, all through middle school, and then I went to high school with her too, and like, it was rough, man. She would.
What does that mean though? She wouldn't talk to you, or she would talk to you? And make
I was
fun
on
of
the
you,
creepy list, and anytime she met this girl that I ended up actually liking later down the road, that moved from New York, ended up being her best friend. He's like, Tim's fucking creepy. Stay away from him.
Yeah, it's not
Well,
easy to get off that list.
She wasn't fully wrong, but like, I don't know, man.
But you weren't intentionally trying to do something. I mean, I don't know. You just made
intentions. That's the whole point of this.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
girls don't give a shit
intention
about
is to
that.
be a
We
good
will
thing.
roast you to
Good point.
oblivion.
I think I've been there.
Sometimes it's even more fun when it's not meant to be intentionally creepy. Weakness is fun.
Jesus, this is why guys are intimidated by women.
Yeah.
You can't say
You're always
things like
waiting to
that.
strike.
You are. You're like cobras.
Sometimes we like to
Is
set
there-
you up for it too.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I know. Like we lead you on just to let you down
Yeah.
because it builds our confidence up a little.
Not
so
anymore
nice.
though,
Ego,
right?
man.
Just when you were young and like in the 7th grade.
Just up until about 25, 26 years old, and then you're good.
Yeah.
So usually mid 20s that leads to late 40s. That usually gets out of their system.
See, I don't remember grand gestures. And I don't think a flower is a grand
I'm
gesture.
the grand gesture person in the relationship. Like
you do the crazy thing?
Yes, and sometimes it's a little Dahmery. Like I was making a birthday gift for this guy who I have a crush on, and what I was doing was taking Batman and Catwoman comic books and cutting them out and making it say cute things and like cutting out. Like just making my own comic.
Was
basically.
it just in their body parts though? Like were you just spelling it out with Batman's legs and being like, "This is what I'd like to do to you
like,
one
there
day"?
was actual,
Amputate
so
your legs.
It was an
That's
issue
creepy.
where Batman was professing his love to Catwoman. So I was just like taking snippets out and like making it appropriate. And I told like Jeff called me and he was like my friend and manager Jeff called me to ask what I was doing and I told him. He goes, "That's not creepy at all." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You're cutting out a comic to make your own comic. You should probably rethink this." And I got him socks instead.
Oh, okay. I thought that would have been sweet though.
Wait, so was it a
Greg
crush,
would have
or
been.
were you in a relationship?
Totally into
Thrilled. I mean,
it was-
she would have devalued the comic. That would have been the big problem.
Well, I just bought it downstairs.
Sure.
Because I did cut it up.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
so this is current stuff.
Oh yeah.
This is off the new run right after the jokes and riddles stuff where he's already proposed and all that
yeah.
jazz. Nice.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
cool.
It was a really cool. It was a
But
great.
see, I
book.
think that's totally sweet because I think what you're saying to him is, "Hey, I pay attention to like the things that we like either you love or we like together, and
Yeah.
I'm doing something cool."
Does he
about
love
that. That's great.
the Batmans?
Yes, he's
Okay.
the one who got me into Batman. Really.
Gotcha. Well, he's a saint then.
I know.
Yeah.
See, I don't
So
feel-
does he know that you have a crush on him?
I think so.
Okay.
The
Oh.
socks said, "I want to fuck you." No, I'm just kidding.
There was a note of like, wear just these next time I come over.
It's only one sock.
You bring your friends over just to see what happens.
So, yeah, didn't think you really do it.
Yeah, I think I don't gravitate toward grand gestures anymore. I like small gestures. Now that I'm married, I think that's really important to keep doing. Like I write my wife notes a lot, just fun notes.
I love
You know,
that.
or if she
I would
leaves-
love to see how many spelling errors there are.
Oh, it's terrible. But my
No
wife
spell
has
check.
amazing penmanship, and so if she writes, like every once in a while, she'll keep a list of things that need to be done, and at the bottom of it, I'll always write one last thing on there that's like, "Hey, don't forget to give me a kiss or whatever."
Blowjob. Yes.
It's never blowjob.
Yes.
It's not Sunday.
Nick's
It's
learning.
never blowjob.
Why Sundays?
It's my joke is that I have sex on Sundays. That's it.
Only
That's-
Sundays?
It's his
It's
joke.
God's day. It's the time we're just together. That's what it's gonna be.
That's beautiful.
But no, I like doing things like that. Like if I know she has food in the fridge that I'm gonna eat, and it's not like you know what it is. You open up, you're like, I know that's food that she wants, but I'm gonna eat that food. You have to leave a note. The note has to say something very clever, and it must be cute. Otherwise, no Sundays. Sundays are gone.
Otherwise,
Do you understand
they're
that?
taking Sundays off the calendar.
You just lost your Sunday for the next 2 months. God damn it.
See, a lot of times I think, man, it sounds like D gives him a real hard time. You're eating food you know she wants.
Oh, I'm an asshole.
God damn it, Nick.
Could you imagine being married to me?
No.
It would fucking annoy the shit out of you.
I mean, it wouldn't be as bad as being married to Kevin, but I can't imagine being married to you.
Here
He's doing God's work.
Yeah, here are the things that I have to work on as far as me being in a marriage. I need way too much attention from my wife at any given moment.
Sure.
She is an only child, even though she has 2 sisters. Like she is that kind of person. Holy crap.
That's how I am too.
Yeah, she's like, you are.
It's
like
because I was
there's
the
a-
firstborn.
There's is there there's a touching amount that I can do. I can only touch for so long, and then there has to be like let's go to the other side of the bed. Let's separate, and we're gonna sleep like
Well,
this.
that's just normal. That's
Yeah.
just necessary.
I guess, but like there's some part of me that just likes being snuggled. I like to be snuggled at all times.
Quick question, Tim. I don't think we've ever covered on you not wanting to be touched at all. If you could, would you have separate beds?
If I could.
Yeah, if
without
Gio was
upsetting
down with
people,
that. Yeah.
Yes.
That's so weird. You're a sociopath. You're a
Well, here's
Dahmer.
You're a Dahmer. Dahmer.
Shit, I'm a big fan of sleep, and I haven't slept in. How long have me and Gia been together? About 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
haven't slept for 3 years. So,
Why?
Yeah. She is very cuddly, and she's also a heater. And
She is like 4'5".
She's 4'5".
She's a tiny little girl, but she puts out heat like the sun.
she's a little like
You know
a
what that
hot
means?
koala.
She's got a great heart.
She has a great heart. It is true. It is true. But she just doesn't like me sleeping. So that's a whole thing. But you know. But that's the thing is like if I'm being honest with you, I'd want. I'm not gonna go there.
Be honest with me.
Well,
Lay it out
Treat
there.
trust, man. Treat
Mia
trust.
Khalifa's here. Where's Khalifa's aunt?
no, because like we've talked about the separate bed thing, and oh god, like
You've talked about it?
as a joke.
Oh. I thought there was like a
the
legit
idea of, like, the
conversation.
sex
Oh, dude, my
bed
wife
and
and I
the
talked about that,
sleeping
but she's
bed.
like,
I'm
well,
into
can my
that
bed
more.
be in another apartment? That'd be great. Can we have 2 different places?
Just get a duplex.
Yeah, that's what she'd
Yeah,
like.
no, I don't know, man. It's a whole thing, and I'm gonna get a
You
lot
just
of
need a
trouble for this
king size
episode, I'm
bed.
sure.
That's what you need.
That
You're
is
in
what
a-
I need. We have a queen size, although
You need
that
a
wouldn't
king.
solve the
No, no,
problem.
it does. It's
Because
so
she does
much
that
more
thing where
room.
she just like she starts over here. By
Oh,
the
no.
end, like not even by
You
the
have
end of
to
the
do
night.
it
No,
the 20 minutes
even in a
in.
Cali King, like I will migrate all the way to your little corner.
Are you a snuggler? Do you
Yeah.
snuggle at night? See, that's my thing.
I'm a snuggler until I don't want to snuggle anymore.
Yeah, that's what it is. See, my wife does the thing where like you know, like puppies when they sleep in the bed, they'll do the thing where they get in there and then when they want space, she just goes.
Oh,
you know, they
yeah.
start
Oh,
to
yeah.
push,
Porty does that. Yeah,
just
yeah.
Push, like you're not far enough away. So if I start, and she'll do it like while she's sleeping, which is very impressive, which also means that I'm probably really deep in her psyche.
Yeah.
Because she'll start to feel my weight shift, and then I'll just feel the stiff arm. Like I'll get the stiff arm.
Do you get the Heisman?
Oh, I get the Heisman, man. It's like, I think I know what that means.
I think I'm
what
saying
that
he doesn't know what that
represents.
is. He doesn't know what that is at
this?
all.
Which one is it?
Did I just lose
got it.
to
The trophy,
Can
yeah.
you do it? Is it that? I don't
this.
know. We had a good talk about sports today.
No,
whole
I listened to
15
the show.
seconds.
Did you know there's
The
a
whole
basketball team
15
called the Kings?
It was the Wizards you didn't believe.
No, there's another one called the Kings. And
No,
I was
there
like,
is the
that's a
Kings.
hockey team. I didn't know it was a basketball team.
Is it a
They're
hockey
like
team?
an hour away from you.
Sacramento Kings. I knew that.
Did you know there's one called the Wizards?
Yeah, because
And
I had
it's
the
not,
jersey. I
It's
had
not
the zero jersey.
associated
Were they
with
the
Harry
Bullets
Potter
when
in
you
any way,
had
shape,
the
or
jer- Oh, no,
form.
you
No,
said
it was Wizards,
Gilbert,
it was
yeah.
Wizards. I like white and
Blue.
blue. Big fan of the colors. Yeah.
Thank you. I like the. I hated the when we had those like gold ones. Oh my god,
Can't do
hideous. Although
worse.
Gilbert Arenas did drop 60 on Kobe in those uniforms, so
Kobe.
Telling us. You know that. Yeah. you
Boom.
know.
60 goals.
Now, Greg,
Yeah,
you
like,
seem like a grand gesture kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm not, but that's the thing.
Did
is
you ever
I-
do it back in the
No,
day?
well, again, I think it was always reserved for big things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was reserved for your, gonna go to prom with somebody. How do you ask somebody out for that? You know what I
I
mean?
never got asked to prom. I asked someone to prom and got rejected.
What?
I was also 160 pounds in high school.
Is that a lot or a little?
Like,
Yeah,
we don't
that's-
know.
yeah.
We
It's a
don't know
lot. I'm
why.
5'2".
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You showed them.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah. Fuck you, Max Tischler.
Did you ask
Damn.
Max in a grand, extravagant way, or was it like the sheepish, like, hey, we're both gonna go?
It
like,
was very sheepish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the rough one. That's the rough. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't.
I did like, yeah. I mean, the only grand gestures I did, I think, in high school or even in college, were girls that I was dating. So I was never. I knew, hey, we're already connected, so I'm gonna do this thing. I knew it would.
You're
it
not
would hit on that
risking
level.
rejection,
Yeah,
really.
like I used to go. There was one of my high school girlfriends lived kind of in my neighborhood, so it wasn't that far for me to like walk or drive over to her place. So like in the morning, I'd leave her like a rose with a note that's like "Have a good day" or something like that. You know, things like that,
sweet.
or rose petals, things like that. It was always rose petals because I
Where
had
do
a
you
rose
find
garden.
all these roses?
My mom had a
Wait,
rose garden.
really quick,
And
guys.
boy, she hated that.
Oh my God,
She'd be like,
you
"What the
picked
fuck
your
keeps
mo-
happening to my rose?" And I was like, "I don't know." Meanwhile, my girlfriend's like, "Thanks for all the roses." My mom's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you. Feed me more. Feed me more. No girl will ever love you."
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
What?
I was just gonna say really quick. I'm all about the giant gestures. So if you guys ever need help with any giant gestures, we'll make it happen.
But
Well,
see,
I mean-
that's the thing, though.
possible.
Is like once you're in a relationship, it's totally different. Like
Yeah.
I'm all about. There's no bad gesture when you're in a relationship. You know the people because the gestures are for them, and like they're the ones in mind. Or
Also,
else you're
if
doing
they
it
get
wrong.
if they take it the wrong way, you're like, "That's on you.
That's
we
on
are
you.
dating. You know that I do stupid
Absolutely.
shit like
Yeah.
this."
So, but it's like really, as I get older and I look back on the dumb shit I did in high school, I'm just like, tell any high school kids listen to this shit. Don't do it.
Don't do
Don't
it.
go too big. Start small. Literally start with the conversation of talking to them.
Just talk to them. That's all you got to
That
do.
is
That's
it.
the thing. If your friends start hyping each other up, don't do it. Don't get
man.
on that train. Get
It's
off the
gonna
hype
end
train.
bad.
So-
It's never ended well.
Here's my thing. Is I think that's the disconnect and why I wanted to talk about this, because I don't know grand gesture stories going badly, because I feel like all the grand gestures I ever saw in high school were you're asking out someone to prom that you already have not a romantic, like, you know, you're fucking left and right, your boyfriend girl, but like, you know that like they're gonna say yes for the most part to prom or whatever, or homecoming. Like, you've seen it go just a first date. I'm gonna ask you out in this crazy ass way.
Yeah.
What was it? What did they do?
It is a lot of prom situations. It is a lot of, oh man, the girl that works at the Dairy Queen at the mall, like, I'm gonna go ask her out. And I'm going to do this big thing.
That's
and
bad. That's
so,
dumb.
yeah, it's
That's real
fucking,
dumb.
it's really creepy.
What
and
did they
bad.
do with the Dairy Queen though?
I don't even remember. There's a lot of stuff that like I'm so embarrassed to have
Confetti
even
cannon?
been a part of.
Yeah.
And
But
like,
you're a dumb kid. That's different.
I know, but I also
Oh,
don't
my-
remember the details, so it's like doesn't sound cool. I don't remember a lot of the shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like there was so much dumb shit. I convinced my friends to do a lot of dumb shit.
Well, that's
yeah,
just being
but
a kid though.
I had a great success rate though with a lot of things, but it was because we knew that they knew each other already. There
Sure.
was like a predetermined thing. It's like the whole "Will you go out with me?" Who the fuck asked "Will you go out with me?" Like that's like a Leave It to Beaver type thing, right?
I used to, but that was
we
the tolerance
totally-
of my time.
We totally ask people,
Yeah,
will you go out
people-
with
no,
me?
Yeah, you
but,
wanna go
but
out
what I'm
with
saying
me?
is
Will you go
like
out
usually at some point you've already been together for
That's not high school though.
No,
for
that's
a while,
adulthood.
and then that shit. What?
That's like, yeah, I'm with
That's
her.
only adulthood.
I remember being a kid and like being a kid when your friends start dating and you start dating, and it was such a weird idea of watching a show where it'd be like, are you guys, or you know, are you going out? Like, oh,
steady?
we've been on dates or whatever. Yeah, it was the idea.
Brady Bunch shit.
Well, yeah, because we were stupid kids, and like I always say, this is one of the things that held me back socially. In terms of my aptitude here of getting up to speed on how to fucking be an adult or anything, or going to college even, but going to school.
How's that going for you so far?
It's great now. Parochial school, right? Catholic school, K through 12 or whatever. Like, especially when it was K through 8 with the same fucking kids the entire time, that it was
That
literally
gets ancestral.
and it would totally, and that's what I always talk about, where it's like by the time we left there, like you couldn't put your finger on it, but it was very much that like
Everyone put their
everyone's
finger
my
on it.
brother and sister, right, of this thing. So when you would ask
Especially in
people
Catholic
out, it
school.
would be, will you go out with me? Meaning, are we boyfriend and
Yeah.
girlfriend?
That's
And
how-
that all the way through 8th grade. I never knew anybody in that span of time, that in junior high, I guess when you start dating, that was like, oh yeah, I'm dating. I'm seeing this girl from somewhere else, or I'm seeing somebody in our class, and we've gone on a few dates and done this. It was like a
was
thing.
no
But
we're
it's
just
not about
talking.
dates. I think you guys are misunderstanding me. Like you guys, there's the talking stage that happens first. You're on AIM and you've been going back and forth. The will you go out with me is just the formality of, okay, now we are a thing together and we can
Yeah,
go public
that's
with
how
it.
I used to
It's
do it.
Facebook in a relationship.
Yeah.
Except
It's saying, "Will you be my girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever?" Yeah, that was the
Yes.
casual phrase we used to use back in the '90s when I was in high school.
Yes.
That's right. You heard me right.
Yes.
Don't look at me like that, Mia.
What?
I could tell I could see it out of the corner of my eye. She's just like, God, he's an old fuck. Yeah. Okay.
are.
I feel
That's cool.
so bad for the girls I grew up with, like in that time period of us idiot boys not knowing what the fuck we're doing, asking, "Will you go out with me?"
That's how everyone. That was everyone.
Yeah,
the-
no,
Sure,
we
but I
don't-
mean,
we
like
don't
you,
think
I remember,
anything of
like,
that.
in this. Stick with me. This sounds bad.
Here we go.
But not, and this is the easiest way to summarize it, but it's not going the way you think it is. But me not taking no for an answer of like, I would ask this girl out, right? And she's like, "No, I don't see you that way." I'm like, "All right," and then like a couple months later, like, "So you still feel that way? Like, I'd still like to go out?" No,
Oh, that was always
like,
the worst, though. That was always the worst because when you're like figuring out, and it's probably the most important lesson as a guy, but figuring out when you've been friend zoned and that there's absolutely no way out of that because it is like the Phantom Zone, but unlike Superman, no nuke can actually get you out of the fucking
Sure,
Phantom
sure.
Zone. Like figuring that out is like a revelation that's really hard for a young guy. But once you do, you're like, cool. And all that is you're saying, okay, this is where I'm at in this person's brain. It's time to move on. Right? But when you're a guy, you're like, I want to change that person's opinion, then you fucking fixate on
I'm
that,
just
and
cool.
It's weird
It's even
shit.
worse when you're a girl and you get friend zoned and you're like, no.
no, you're not gonna friend zone me. That's not.
It
gonna
doesn't
be fun.
work though.
It doesn't. Women
It does not work.
can't get out of the friend zone. You
Nope.
can't get out. Yeah,
The
Nope.
friend
Don't think you
zone is
can.
like that. We've talked about this so
the
much.
Phantom
Love and
Zone,
sex
man.
stuff. It's the thing that it's not that it doesn't exist. It's that the concept of it. If you're using that, it's that you've already understood that there's not a chance. You're just trying to change it in your mind.
Don't
and
do it.
That's really bad.
Dahmer.
No good
That's a
comes from that.
Dahmer right there.
Yeah, that's some
sure.
Dahmer
That's
shit.
Dahmer
Stay
shit
the
right
fuck
there.
out of that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bad news bears.
I don't know. I mean, I think back to the times like I remember. Stick with me. This is
Can't
fun.
wait.
Portland, Oregon, right?
Oh,
On a
God.
high school band
You,
trip.
of course, you've been to Portland.
Of course, I've been to Portland, and
That means everything. That means exactly.
Tells you
what it
everything
means.
you need to know, Kevin. That's what it means.
Portland, Oregon, high school. I'm in high school. This is probably circa 1998, 1997, right?
My God.
If you remember, grunge
I was
still
4.
a thing. We're coming out of the grunge era, but people are still wearing flannel. Doesn't matter. Those were completely useless details for the story.
I just like this. You're painting a picture.
Me and my buddy Adam, right? We're on
Now,
this
now,
bit-
now,
we're-
say it in
Dick
Eddie
Adam.
Vedder's voice.
high school.
Yeah.
we're on a band trip up in Portland, Oregon, right? It's a high school marching band.
Yeah.
And my buddy Adam liked this girl named Angela, and I liked this other girl. And we were like, you know what we should do? You know what we should do? Because it was like we were like in weird dorms staying. I don't know, it was a horrible thing.
Okay.
Like, we should go pick flowers and like make handmade bouquets and like leave them for the girls, right? And he was like, yeah, it's a great idea. And we're like, cool. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is not going to work. Why are you doing this? But you start like daring each other more to do it, and you're like, maybe it will work. And then you start thinking to yourself, maybe this is going to work, right? We leave the flowers. Okay. Next day, they act like nothing happened, and it was the worst feeling. But then Adam made out with Angela, and it worked out. Nothing. I got nothing.
Are you sure you put the flowers in the right spot?
I'm not positive. We were stupid kids.
Then how would they know that they were from you?
These are lots of details that you guys are filling in right now that's really making sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we left
You didn't
notes.
even note or anything?
I feel like we probably left notes.
You had to have left a note.
But
Your buddy took
I
credit
don't
for
think you
both
did.
flowers.
Yeah.
probably. He was smart. He was way smarter
You mean
than
out
me.
with both of them?
He was like AP level physics, like physics 2. He had like straight A's. He was really smart. I was like the kid that just joked around a lot.
Aha, I'm joking
I
around.
provide levity.
Yeah.
It was bad.
No bad grand gestures given to you? Just this Batman comic recently that turned into socks?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single grand gesture that was made for me.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had like bad luck with like romantic things.
What does that mean?
Just like nothing really like it's all very mundane, and I guess that is my style. I like the mundane. Oh no! Like okay, so both of our football teams were playing at the same time.
Sure.
And he let me watch my game on the big TV and went in the room and watched his game.
Yeah.
That's
That was really
that's a
marry
sweet
him.
gesture.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
The surround sound
That's a
was in the
good guy.
living room.
Oh, wow. Look at
You
that.
could really hear the CTE.
Yeah, you had to.
Does that's brain trauma, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I
The
like
brain
that.
trauma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sports.
Tim, what's your topic?
My topic is what are we and aren't we fanboys or fangirls over? So the reason I bring this up is as of the time of recording this last night, we got to see the Justice League.
Sure.
And we all talked about it. We all had our opinions. Then, of course, in our communities, the Facebook group, the Reddit, all stuff, the comment section,
Cool.
there's
Can I have another beer?
uproars. Can I have another one too?
Did me ever get her beer?
I don't want one.
You don't want a beer?
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was an uproar of people giving their opinions on people's opinions. Now, we've talked about that before. The opinions. Everyone has them.
Everyone's
all
got
that stuff.
opinions on
Yes.
opinions on opinions.
But my thing
like
is
buttholes.
the amount of people that were saying things like, before we even go into this, we know exactly how people are going to come down on it. Greg's going to love it. Tim's going to hate it. Nick's going to say he didn't like it, but then by the end of the review, it's going to sound like he actually really liked it.
That wink. The wink.
The wink on the
They
wrong
can't see
side.
it. They can't see
that
it.
was just for you guys, okay? They don't get to see that.
We
wink.
want to share in the
That was
bounty of
for you
your
guys.
winking.
There it is.
But then what got me really thinking, what really gets my blood boiling is seeing all these people in the awesome best friends out there saying things like, Tim's a fucking Marvel fanboy. Of course he hates DC. And I'm just like, that upsets me because I'm like, I'm not a Marvel fanboy. I enjoy Marvel movies. But if you watch any of my reviews, I usually am the most critical of the Marvel movies out of everyone at the table. I'm always the one that has some issue with it. So what I'm thinking, I'm like, am I a Marvel fanboy at all? The answer is no. Then I think about it, I'm like, is there anything that I would admit to being a fanboy over?
Sure.
I am a Nintendo fanboy. I want them to succeed. I enjoy
So
the
yeah,
products that
how
they
are we
put out.
defining fanboy?
I guess that's kind of up to you guys. Like, what is there something that people say that you are and that you're not, and what is it the thing that you actually would identify? Because I would say that I do identify myself as a Nintendo fanboy.
I'm a huge fangirl. Like a huge fangirl.
Of what, though?
Of
Other
like
than sports. We've already-
sports, of Batman. Just because it's, yeah.
No sports. Okay,
Yeah.
that was fair.
But I mean, I like the title fangirl.
Me too.
Yeah.
But
I never
don't
took
Why are
like
you all
offense
defensive
to
of it, Marvel fanboy?
because what I don't
Yeah,
like.
we all
what-
knew you were going to
you're
fucking
on
hate
Fanboy.
Justice League. I didn't even know
You're
how to
on
do it.
Thor's
is what I'm
dick.
not though. It's because it's just like there's never not a single Marvel movie that I think is a great movie. I think that there's a lot of really solid movies there. There are a lot of good movies, but none of them are great movies. So it just kind of doesn't make sense to me that people would automatically jump to, oh, Tim hates this because he likes
The problem
this.
is when you are a pretty obvious fanboy when it comes to things like Nintendo, I feel like people could look at you and be like, oh, he has that level of passion for Marvel. Let's equate those two. Where I know you very, very well at this point. I would say, yes, you are 100% an unabashed Nintendo fanboy, where in that you give them the benefit of the doubt more often than you would give anything else benefit of the doubt, you know?
I feel like that's unfair to say because I also would say that as a fanboy,
You're also hypercritical when
I'm
you don't
the
necessarily
most
need to be
critical
hypercritical.
of Nintendo.
Yes, of course. But I guess maybe that is how I would define more fanboyism, where like you're just on, like your level of passion goes beyond into the other areas of the spectrum than most people, right? Like when it comes to things like I don't know, I'm trying to think of things that I'm not really that passionate about.
Jiu-jitsu.
Like, yeah, but even then I'm
Yoga.
still in the middle.
Yoga.
I'm still in the middle where I'm like I don't.
Anti-carbs.
There's no. Oh yeah, ketogenic diets, but
Like
not
I'm a
even then.
Coca-Cola fanboy.
I had a fucking macaron
I'm a
today.
LaCroix fanboy.
Yeah.
You're a LaCroix fanboy for
I'm
sure.
fucking a LaCroix
I don't even think you
fanboy.
can say. I don't even think you can say you're a
You went
Coca-Cola
from fucking
fanboy.
0 to 1,000% on LaCroix like, overnight. That's how big of a fanboy I am. Where do you come down on this LaCroix shit?
I love it, but I only love like 3 flavors. Everything else is shit.
What are your flavors?
My flavor is mango. Just regular
Look at
sparkling
Tim,
water.
look at Tim's eyes right now. He's
Mango's
like he's
good.
about ready to jump.
Regular sparkling water, and
never
the
had the
tall,
regular,
thin one,
actually.
the kiwi strawberry.
Kiwi strawberry. I fuck with kiwi strawberry. I don't fuck with that other one. There's
Or
3 of them.
tangerine.
See, I prefer tangerine over orange.
Me too.
We're going down.
Me
a
too. It's a
path.
little
You,
lighter.
you said tangerine and you didn't like a.
She bit her lip.
She bit a lip. You bit your lip. Oh,
I fucking need a tangerine
you had a
right
fucking
now.
Lip bite for tangerine.
Ew, there's a
Blueberry?
blueberry one? First of all, if there's no actual juice of it, it shouldn't be a LaCroix flavor.
Yeah, you're right. It's the blueberry
Blueberry
tall one.
cucumber.
Yeah, blueberry cucumber.
Bro, get the fuck out. That one's amazing. Y'all crazy.
Oh wait,
You don't like the cherry lime.
I want to have
I
facts
hate
talking
cherry
about.
lime.
Cherry
I hate
lime's
cherry
awful.
anything though.
You're right. Cherry lime sucks. The blueberry one's great.
You hate
Sorry.
cherry anything?
Sorry to bring this up.
I hate
Everyone
no.
who's
I love.
out there
It's
and doesn't
weird.
drink LaCroix.
With these 2 flavors. I'm this way about banana and cherries. I love bananas and cherries. I hate banana and cherry flavored things.
So no cherry Coke.
No, I don't.
No
I
cherry
haven't had soda in,
limeade
like,
at
6
Sonic.
years.
Oh wow.
Real quick, guys. I think I'm like, out of all of us, I fanboy the most.
Kevin's
the
fanboy
hardest.
about everything though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I
Everything.
have like company loyalties that I shouldn't. Like, I very specific about a bunch of them. I fucking love Coke. I love Sony.
You said that
Apple.
like you were gonna go like this after.
Yeah.
He likes that Coke too.
Yeah.
He just,
no,
you know.
no, that's not true. He's lying.
Oh, Kevin.
For a second there with the interruption, it really sounded in my head like he was about to go, real quick, guys, I think I'm having a heart attack. Like just the way he delivered, like, hey, I'm going to take you on a tangent real quick. I'm having a bit of a problem over here.
Greg, what do you fan? Let's talk about your fanboyism.
I wish I could contribute this topic, but there's just nothing.
There's nothing.
There's just
There's
nothing.
Nothing you can think
Really?
of.
Really?
Nothing you can think
Really?
of.
I've seen
So
your desk,
weird.
you fanboy.
It's a weird thing to do.
With
no,
anyone.
no. I mean, I'm accused of my entire career being a PlayStation fanboy.
Yeah,
When
you are.
I'd always argue against that one. In the fact that in the same way the Washington Wizards beat writer knows the most about the Washington Wizards. That's how I was with PlayStation.
Right.
And so I think you can go. I mean, I don't need to do this if you're watching the show.
Shout out
but
Dan Steinberg.
Go back and watch me when I was on Beyond and saying I wanted
Sure.
to buy a PS3. You can talk about how much I didn't care about the PlayStation 4 Pro at launch. Thought it was a terrible idea on how they launched it. How I give them shit about a million things. I just play a lot of PlayStation because that's what I've covered forever and what I know. And so I have all my trophies there. And I'm a trophy fanboy. That's a different thing, of course. But I would say, and obviously the internet would argue with me a million times over, that I'm objective about PlayStation. And since I know so much, I'm critical of it to an extent, hyper extent of like, why are they making this decision? That's a stupid move. I think they're pivoting away from fans right now and indies and everything that got them where they are, which is a bonehead decision. But I think that I'm a voice that is knowledgeable and can be objective about that when I talk about it. I do think, yeah, for sure, I'm a DC fanboy. And I think this is what pivots back to what you define as a fanboy, right? Years ago, as a child, I decided, like, you know, when the Clone Saga happened, that I was fucking done with Spider-Man, and that was the end of me reading Marvel books, right? So I pivoted and went all DC, where I was like, I'm all DC. So I have this extensive knowledge of DC now, and it's in the years, you know, before I grew up, in quotes, it was the thing of like, I think DC's better without ever knowing what's happening at Marvel.
That's how I am too. I don't pay attention to Marvel, and I just immediately say, "Fuck you, Marvel sucks. DC's the best."
Yeah, and I don't say
So
that.
that's true fanboyism.
Yeah, no, I am very,
'Cause I guess,
I'm
like,
very ignorant, and
because-
I'm,
You okay with that?
yeah.
So I guess like if that's the definition of fanboy, I'm not a
I'm
Nintendo
loyal
fanboy.
to
Well,
it.
no. But I mean, that's what I'm driving at is the fact that I think that was the fanboy loyalty thing of me. But I'm still there in the way that I still care so much more about them than Marvel, and I mean it not in the offensive "fuck Marvel" way. Because I mean, growing up, it was "fuck Marvel." Poe was so blown away at. I think we caught up after the first Iron Man came out or whatever, and we hadn't talked about like stuff like that in forever because it was like what we were. When was first Iron Man?
Oh shit. Yeah.
So I'm
2005,
about to be out of
2006
college or whatever.
In the
So
movie?
yeah.
2008.
Was it 8?
2008.
Okay, so we're not. So I'm out of college, and Poe and I aren't hanging out every day like we were in high school or whatever. And so when I mentioned that, he's like, "Holy shit, I can't believe you saw that." Because going back, there was a time I think like when we were kids, and he's like,
So you
"Let's go
would've boycotted
Let's go
it?
see the Spawn movie," and I was like, "I'm not going to see that Spawn movie. It's not DC. I don't want to support. Another brand." Kind of shit.
Damn. Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's
Just
hardcore,
because
man.
I
like
totally sympathize with that.
because it was, and that's like the same
Yeah.
thing with like Sega, where I was a Sega fanboy, right? Of like, no, Sega's the best.
must have been
Sega is
so
better.
sad.
Yeah, no, I had no leg to stand on in any argument, but you made these arguments, right? And that's why like today we argue of like, that's so stupid. Don't be a fanboy of anything. In the same way that like I know what's happening in PlayStation. I know what's I'm sorry. I know what's happening with PlayStation. I know what's happening to Xbox. I know what's happening to Nintendo. And Marvel to an extent, right? Like I try to be better now. I read Marvel Unlimited. I've have Marvel comics on my pull list. There's things I like. I love the Marvel movies. It's similar to when we talk about Mario, right? And the fact, is Mario getting a fair shake in reviews? Is it only getting this because of nostalgia? And I'm always like, well, I fucking think it's game of the year, and I don't have any allegiance to it outside of when I started with the N64, really. And so for me to go to a Marvel movie, I'm like, these movies are fucking great. But I remember that turning point of Winter Soldier, was it? When they at the end it was Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and the lights came up, and the person I was with turned to me like, wow, that's fucking nuts. Who are those last two people? I'm like, I don't fucking know. We've now gotten to the
Right,
Marvel
we've
people.
gone.
I don't know.
Yep.
Like I don't have that breadth of knowledge. Even when Thanos pops up, I'm like, oh, I know Thanos is their dark side, but I don't know much about him.
Right.
Whereas I can tell you all fucking about DC, right? And I know how that whole thing. And so I don't, I disagree with you on Batman v Superman and Justice League in terms of how bad they are, right?
You like them?
Yeah, I enjoy them. I think, you know what I mean? I think they're fun movies. And again, this is the whole thing of when I get into this argument, which I do not want to have, by the way, that I don't want to have because the internet's just beaten me for a year and a half about it. I don't fucking care if you don't like these movies. For me, my fallback always is like, well, do you understand how many bad DC comics I've read in my life?
That's true.
And it's also that thing of like how bad comic books can be and often are. And like you always go, they deserve more. And I 100% agree with you. 1000% agree with you that the DC characters in their DC universe deserve so much more than they have. We were talking, I don't know, me and Jack talked about this at length last night, right? After Justice League. And I'm there with you, and I think the Marvel movies are such another stratosphere. And goddamn, Spider-Man and fucking Thor, and what great movies we've had with them this year. But it is that thing of like, yeah, at the end of Justice League last night, and I won't spoil it, but what we talked about, right? When I think that movie fucking, in the last 20 minutes, right? That entire time I have tears in my eyes. Like I was close to crying the entire time. And for me, it's going back to,
Pussy.
no, totally.
In a good way, though.
Totally. Yeah. But we're going back to when we were in LA this past week for the Laser Team 2 premiere and interview Andy Serkis, like getting the tour of DC Comics and being in the vault and holding Action Comics #1 and doing that, tears in my eyes the entire time too.
That's
of like,
incredible.
And it is that thing of, for me, that's what makes me a fanboy, is the fact that I'm so invested in this and so tied in, and it's so in my DNA, literally to the point of my youngest memories, the youngest photos of me being in Superman stuff and all this jazz.
But that's not. I mean, that's the thing. That's a little bit different than saying like you're a Sega fan, or you were a Sega fanboy when you were a kid, right? 'Cause
Sure.
At some point in both of your lives, when it comes to Nintendo or DC, you had an amazing experience that said, hey, this is fucking awesome. This is like the benchmark of what this can be. This is amazing. And now what you're doing is, as you get older, you're looking for that experience again. And the expectation is there. And sometimes it falls short and sometimes it doesn't, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily. It's loyalty, but it's loyalty almost to a fault. But just barely.
But I mean,
below that, right?
I think it's the fact of with Batman v Superman or Justice League and fucking not Suicide Squad for sure. It's the idea that I feel like and this is maybe it's only other people, I don't know. But my bucket of DC shit is so big that like you can drop it in. And I've had so many way worse experiences with DC stuff and so many way better
Yeah,
ones.
of course.
That my spectrum's just different. Where I'm like, yeah, definitely Batman v Superman, definitely not the fucking best Batman and Superman story that's ever been told.
No,
but
of course
fuck,
not.
that was cool and this was all right. And I
Well,
like
that's the
that.
other thing too. Like the other day, I think they shipped it over to you. We had all like they were. I think DC was nice enough to give us all of the animated movies.
Yeah,
right?
they sent out that 10th
And
anniversary
I
collection.
pulled up the back of it and I started looking and I was like, oh fuck yeah, there's a lot like Under the Red Hood and a bunch of all these other movies. I'm like, these are fucking great. Like they make great stuff. It's just not everyone can't be as consistent as Marvel, but that doesn't mean you can't have amazing experiences. And yeah, that's the thing I admire about you guys most is that you still have that sort of, and this is not in any way, shape, or form an insult, but that childlike sort of view of some of these products that I just lost. Like I used to fucking love Nintendo. When the Nintendo 64 came out, I fucking I remember reading, and I think it was a Next Gen magazine, and seeing all the colors of the controllers and like fantasizing about which colors I was gonna get, and just fucking wanting to hold on to them. And just when I unboxed it for the first time, just like looking at it and holding it, and somewhere along the line that got beat out of me. And I'm sad about that because I wish I still had that passion for games in general, but that loyalty to at least a brand of something. But I'm like, and in the middle of the road of like, it could be good, it could be bad. Like last night, I'm like, cool. The Justice League wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. I will not think of it again until we make a joke about it. Until I fuck with you about it, which sucks. But like I can't. I'm racking my brain. I'm like, are there things that I'm fanboy about? And I don't think there is.
I mean,
Batman 89.
80s movies.
80s movies, sure, but I mean, I'm not going to defend any of the movies from the 80s to the day I die.
I'm not going to defend any bad decision that Nintendo's made.
I don't know. Yeah.
What about that game that's like piling up and buried? Fuck, what was it?
E.T. That's
Yeah,
Atari.
the E.T. game. Oh,
Wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Atari. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a massive
But
fucking
then I
fun
guess
that point.
another thing.
Great documentary about
Fast
it.
and
though.
Furious,
Yeah,
for
really good
example.
one.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I consider myself a Fast and Furious fanboy. That's not saying that I think those movies are perfect. And the funniest thing I see in the comments
See, I don't
is when people are like, Tim has horrible taste in movies. He thinks Fast and Furious is perfect and like compared
It's
to
one of the
Justice
highest
League.
grossing movies of all time. You're not the only one.
Exactly. And also don't think they're perfect.
No.
I understand what they
You
are.
recognize that they're not great movies. They're just fun.
And when people talk about movies being fun, I was talking today about Rampage. Rampage doesn't look fun. Fast and Furious understands what it is, and I think that the reason I enjoy it so much is it has great characters. It is written with an understanding that it is one-liners, and these characters do talk and speak in one-liners, and the action set pieces are supposed to be ridiculous. So that's why in watching like Justice League, I'm just like, does every character need to be funny? Why does every character need to have some one-liner quip? Because that's not the world that they're living in. And when you compare those two things, there's a huge difference. And you go to Fast and Furious movies to get that shit. And they do that shit better than anybody else does in movies. I truly believe that. That's the only real compliment I'm giving them. Like, it's not like I put that on the level of any, like The Dark Knight is so much better than any Fast and Furious movie.
Well, Dark Knight's better than 90%
Most
of movies.
yeah.
Exactly.
Way
Yeah.
better than Lord of the Rings.
Way better than Lord of the Rings.
100%
Not
true.
even
Fuck
a
you,
freaking
Andy.
question.
Fuck you, Andy
if you're
Cortez.
watching from far New Mexico or far Texas, wherever you're from,
RGV doesn't have the internet.
They don't play no games.
they don't.
But that's what I'm saying is like it's funny that people have such a hard time. Everyone wants to group things of if they like this, they're saying it's better than that. I mean, you deal with this more than anybody with your IGN review pedigree and all that
sure,
stuff. It's just so nuts where it's like it's apples to oranges.
Yeah, I guess looking back, I would probably fanboy out about the '89 Batman. I mean, we're getting.
But again, it's just
That is one of those things that I would defend, whether or not it's defendable.
it's more than anything. This is like searching for what. There's never going to be consensus on what the word fanboy means.
Sure.
Yeah, you're a fanboy of Fast and Furious, but you don't think it's perfect. I'm a fanboy of DC. I do not think the movies are perfect. Like, that's not the same thing. Whereas the internet would tell you, and there are 140 characters. Well, now 280 now.
But I
sorry.
think
Wait, man,
I
we
think
get
the
crazy.
concept of fanboy can be easily summed up as like no matter what, you're always looking for the best out of that thing. Like you're always trying to find the goodness in that thing. Whereas most people who aren't fanboys, like I will leave DC. I will be like, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me whether or not they make a good movie. I would like to see another good Batman movie, but they already hit it out of the park in 1989 when I was 9 years old.
It's funny you say that because to me, I consider myself a superhero movie fanboy, and so it's like the only reason that I'm tough on Justice League is because there's things I wanted to get out of the movie that I didn't, and I think that I am a fanboy of that. Did you get that
We have
shit?
flight. No, it's right
There's
there.
one
Oh,
button.
you did get it.
That
Look
was
at
some
that.
3D.
Oh, she had it. She did have it. Gotta crush it.
Of course, this studio, high class studio. We got flies rolling around.
They've only been around Tim though. He's like Pigpen.
It's a
I
fruit
hate
fly.
it, man. I fucking earlier there was one flying around me.
He was earlier at his desk. Why is this fucking
Why's the
fly
fucking
around me?
fly?
It's like here it is now in the studio.
Shower
I
more
like
often.
it.
Just saying it's coming to him. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I showered today.
It's too late.
We're 16 hours into this podcast.
16
No,
hours,
no,
4
no,
minutes,
no.
and 6 seconds.
What is that counting?
I don't
Now,
know.
Oh, it's
now it's just the
military
time.
time.
Now, because with
It's
everything that went,
4:04.
everything that went wrong, Kevin put it up, hoping that would help us. But
We're at an hour and 4 minutes.
I was gonna say we're at lost at sea. I have no idea how long we've been talking.
Deep Space
Lost
Nine.
at
I'm having
sea.
a great time.
It's over.
man.
I'm having a great time too. Yeah, you're doing great this episode.
I'm having an
Thanks.
okay
Wish
time.
they were doing a little bit better. You know?
Some people could pull their weight more.
Yeah,
than this,
exactly.
that's the thing.
Maybe old
thought you
fanboy
were
over
looking at
here.
me.
You know what I
I'm like, fuck you, nerds.
mean? Nick, what's your topic?
My topic today is another fun one. The Mario animated movies in the works, and I want to cast it before they get a chance to do it.
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I want to give you a proposition.
Okay.
Because it is an animated movie,
Yeah.
which means we would just be talking about the voices.
Yeah.
I think that's less fun.
That's less
Yeah,
fun.
that's
You want to
way
do the
less fun.
Let's
live
pretend
action?
that this is
Yeah.
a real live action movie.
I'm totally in for it. Now,
All right.
Greg will be the note taker. He will be
He's writing
parliamentarian
his grocery
today.
list for the weekend.
Let's start off.
We have to define
what
the
is
characters.
The main
So we're making a live action Mario
live
movie
action Super
again.
Mario movie.
Yes.
Let's pretend.
John Leguizamo
No.
Bowser.
No, in this
Bowser.
world, John Lane. Wow. Okay.
Fuck it up,
He's
son.
grown up.
That's actually a great one.
Flip the script.
Although I wanted the horse from Secretariat to be Bowser.
The horse? Yeah, I'm sorry. That means you can't talk for the next 2 minutes.
All right, so we're deciding the cast.
The
Who's
cast.
court?
Of course,
Mario.
Mario. Do we bring Luigi into this?
What the fuck, Nick? It's Super Mario Brothers.
All right, I'm just going on. I'm going another. I don't know.
The parents got a divorce.
Peach.
Luigi went
Luigi
with
had to
a-
move back east.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Princess
to stay in
Peach has to
Jersey.
be there.
Peach
He went back to
Toad.
Jersey.
He's got to be back in Jersey. He's working with Dad. Plumber.
Princess Peach is Margot Robbie.
Toad.
Bowser.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Bowser.
Toad?
Wait,
mean,
is Bowser the horse?
No, he's.
That's Yoshi.
Yoshi
And he's a
is
fucking
Secretariat.
dinosaur.
To be fair, I don't
the
think there are
horse.
any. Just for the sake of the rest of this episode, there are. I don't think there's any horses
Well, he wrote like this a lot.
in Mario.
He has a saddle.
So he's a horse and he's Secretariat.
Now, does
in
he
my
have a
movie.
saddle, or is that just a red shell on his back?
I thought it was a shell.
You're right.
You're such a fucking fake Nintendo fanboy.
I'm a fucking fake Nintendo fan.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
You got the mic.
Now
Yeah,
here's
Yoshi.
where we get nuts. Are we?
Oh yes.
Are we putting in
Oh.
the Mushroom Kingdom King? Are we going that
No.
far back
No,
in the
no,
story?
we're not.
I just want
What about
not
Wario?
even a flashback.
He has only been featured in one game.
But we're
Mario
expanding the universe here. We're expanding the universe. They
no,
let me bounce this off you.
Bounce me.
Him, the queen of the Mushroom Kingdom,
No.
and Peach leave the movies. They're walking down the thing. A gunman steps out of the shadows, right?
Give me your pearls.
Nah,
lady.
he's got
Give me your fucking
the pearls fall. They drop
it.
End of the movie. Some shit's going down, right? Mario's fighting Luigi. I don't know.
Are you combining Batman
And
and
Luigi goes, Martha.
God.
It turns out Princess Peach's mom was Martha. Mario says, why did you say that
Why did you
name?
say Martha?
Well, Yoshi comes in and goes,
So I think this is the main cast. Then from there,
Dry Bones.
It's more. No. The supporting cast
I'm sorry, he's on there.
would be
It's already-
Donkey Kong, Wario.
We are not doing, no.
You put
No.
Dry Bones before Donkey Kong? I'm gonna go pee.
Donkey Kong, yeah, I'm putting, it's
We're gonna have
it's
to
not a fucking Donkey Kong game.
I'm gonna.
Kong's from
No, he's not. Mario's from Donkey Kong.
Joey, step in here while he's
Okay,
gone.
so the little one, the little white
Fucking fake
mushroom
ass.
one with
That's
the
Toad. That's Toad. We got him in
That's
there.
Toad and
Toad.
Toadette.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one is Mr. Oh fuck, the guy from The Hangover, the Asian. Can I say Asian in San Francisco?
yeah, you
yeah,
can say
that
Asian.
guy.
That's fine.
Ken Jeong?
Jong, I think is his name.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Can we cast two of them and have Danny DeVito be the other one?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Wait, isn't there a Toadette? We need a Toadette.
There's a Toadette.
Danny
Yeah,
DeVito
but-
What
is
if
the
we did
Toadette.
Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman as those two?
Didn't Rita Perlman pass away?
Oh fuck!
No,
you
she
might-
did
No?
not.
Not in this scenario.
That would have been
A
news.
big deal. Maybe I made that up.
Do we have Donkey Kong in this? And do we need a trio of people that will be the what are those flowers called?
Yeah,
Chads?
the piranhas.
The piranha plants.
We're casting people.
Now
as
hold
the
on. The
piranha
one
plants.
thing okay,
Who's
real
the
quick.
emo one?
We
For the Piranha Plant,
The most important.
I'd like to. What's his fuck? Trevor
should-
from.
Steve Harvey.
No, Trevor.
Oh,
the piranha.
you want to put Steven Ogden?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
the piranha
He fucking
plant should
nailed it
be
when he was here.
the New Day. All three of them, if we need three.
Oh, that's better.
The
you're-
Piranha Plant should be three of
No,
them?
I said
No, there's
I said
three
a trio.
piranha plants.
And what I'm saying is this:
And it should be
feel me on
the
this.
New Day.
I'm writing the script.
Oh my
right?
God, you're making
We need
a
a
Michael
trio
Bay.
of
What's in there?
jackals, just like, or hyenas. Remember how hyenas
Nick.
in
The
Yeah.
Lion
Kevin?
King.
I'm vamping. Do not interrupt me when
You're
I'm
making
vamping.
the Michael Bay a fucking Super Mario, and
We
it's
have
really
three
upsetting.
chats. Okay, it's gonna be New Day. Can we call Xavier Woods right now and ask him if he'll be the commissioner and one of the chads?
I don't want to
Chad?
give him that part. I'm down to have the New Day in there. I just think we have one starring Piranha Plant Chad.
What if the New Day were all the Toads then?
I like the idea. We've already said, for right now, Toad and Toadette, we have Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman. The best part about this, remember, they were married forever and then got divorced. This could be the thing. We can save the marriage and make a great film right now. That's the big part. You know what I mean?
Wow.
What the hell is this? Put this up if you're going to keep bringing up images, if we're going to keep looking at them. So we understand what's happening.
There's way too much there. I couldn't even name all of them.
Now you see what the New Day would be great as is they would be great
the
at
bullet bills.
no the Koopas. No, not the Koopas. What are the mushrooms I jump on? What are their fucking names?
Goombas.
Goombas. Fucking they're mushrooms, guys. But anyways, he'd be good as that.
What mushrooms? Which ones? What are we talking about?
Goombas?
Oh, the Goombas. Yeah.
Yeah, little brown
I
dudes.
can't name anyone other than Princess Peach, Mario, and Luigi.
See, this movie's gonna be the movie for you.
What about the squid?
Waluigi?
We have a
Dan
squid in
Reichert.
this?
Dan Reichert is Waluigi.
The
Yeah.
big question I have for you guys is this. Let's just cut to the thick of it.
Wario?
Who is Steve Harvey gonna be?
He's gonna be. Go back to the other
Bowser?
picture.
I feel like he'd be a good Bowser.
Who's Bowser?
No,
bad guy.
Steve Harvey. You know he would be a great Bullet Bill.
Oh,
Okay, the one with the W on his hat.
Wario.
That's Wario.
Yeah, that's Steve Harvey. Because he's got the mustache already.
That's a good
We're
point.
not typecasting. We don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Don't get so caught up in the,
So
the
Margot
details.
Robbie as Peach. I like that idea, but everyone knows that Rosalina, the one in blue, is the hotter one.
Because she's
The
brunette.
hotter one. Does she have legs? Is she a ghost? Because I've never seen
the
Rosalina's
emo
legs. Doesn't
one.
she just
Rosalina
fly?
has legs.
Did she fly though, or did I make that up?
You like
Is
Tumblr
she a ghost?
girls, don't
What
you?
about Taylor
what?
Swift?
Can the
You like
star
Tumblr
shines go
girls.
through
Tumblr
her?
girls, I'm in a lot-
This is a dynamite idea from the back of the room.
Taylor
Rosalina
Swift.
is Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Taylor Swift is Rosalina.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
No, Peach would be Taylor Swift then.
I'm gonna throw out another
Margot Robbie
an
is
alternate version of this
Rosalina.
movie for you guys. Okay. See the three people: Rosalina, Peach. We got Luigi.
And
We got
then
Mario.
Daisy.
Those are the four, right? The four that we're gonna use here.
I'm sorry to stop you right
What
here.
if we did Melissa McCarthy for Mario, Kristen Wiig as Luigi? We got
Chris Hemsworth as Peach.
we got Chris Hemsworth as one of the Toads.
You really want
And
to twist this
then-
on its head? I like it. I like it.
And then we get for the other two that were in Ghostbusters.
Kevin, what I want you to do is not show this image again. And then I want you to find me images of Rosalina afterwards, because she's clearly flying there. I think she's a ghost that doesn't have legs.
She has legs.
I want to know. I'm just telling you what's happening up here. When I think back to Mario Galaxy, I don't remember legs on Rosalina. I thought she was a ghost.
Also, if you're gonna go with
Show me
Donkey Kong,
Rosalina photos.
we got it.
I mean, in Smash Bros, she does kind of glide.
Thank
She
you.
has feet, though.
Maybe she flies.
Maybe there's. Okay, hold on.
Oh, I see feet. Look.
She has
right
Well,
there.
no, look at the fucking
Look at the Mario
sexual
Kart
image.
Look at the Mario Kart image.
Okay.
Up.
No, the ones below.
Yes.
That was really sexual.
That's what are you talking
That's kind
about?
of sexual.
That is kind of sexual.
kinda
She's heavy class, dude.
Scroll
Don't
down. Let
fuck
me
with
see
her.
some of the fan art we got going on here. Some deviant art.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
All right. What
Yeah.
the
Oh
fuck?
my God!
Rosalina doing work.
Jesus
What
Christ.
is she doing in that picture?
Working. Ba-dum. Thank you, Kevin.
Okay,
No,
I wasn't
that's just a
arguing that she,
shadow.
whether or not
Where are fucking feet in her canon
has
appearance?
fucking feet.
Her canon appearance.
it's space, you idiot.
They're retconning the fact that this woman died 2 decades ago.
It's a really sad
Welcome
story.
to the Hotel California.
Sweet Jesus, man. There's some fucked up
I'm gonna
images
put this
here.
out there. I'm gonna put this out there.
Oh, that's
Look
creepy.
at that one.
Donkey Kong.
Look at her tits.
Like that.
Right there. Yeah.
Jesus
there they
Christ.
are.
Rosalina.
No, don't show that, Kevin.
We can show
What do you
this.
mean you
Hold
couldn't
on.
help it?
It's
No, no,
on the internet.
bring
We can
this
show
up.
it. This is
Bring
an
this
internet
up.
show.
No, we shouldn't.
Why not?
Pull it up.
All right, fine.
He said no. We shouldn't.
What is happening? Why is there a little Pixel Peach and Daisy like just looking at these things? So that, but then what is the bigger
Rosalina
thing?
in Boobland favorites by Booby Yaz on DeviantArt.
Boobies? Yay, Greg.
Boobies, yay. Oh, all right.
going
More
on
Rosalina inflated.
Wow.
Now, what I'd like to point out there is doesn't have legs.
She does.
You can't ride a motorcycle without legs,
Yeah.
Greg.
I'm telling you, this isn't canon.
She's got legs right there.
Jesus,
it's a
look
Mario
at that one
Kart
where they
game.
put the stars all over her bits.
Where?
Fucking the internet.
Oh my
the
god!
internet.
Don't click that
No,
one. That's
don't
just
click
straight
that.
up-
Well, that's
bad.
Peach.
So here's what's happened, guys. Our movie has gotten off the rails. We have nonstop characters here.
Right.
We
What the fuck is that?
Rude.
sounds like
Doesn't sound like a dog.
It is.
a jank-ass dog's outside barking. We need to establish what movie we're making here. Are we going after Bowser? Or are we going after Rosalina and busting her ghost?
Introducing a new villain.
Who's the new villain, Kevin?
Well,
Why are you leaning away from your microphone as always and talking?
Oh, I didn't think anyone would pay attention. I was just joking about introducing a new villain that's totally different. Let's make him a Digimon.
Wart. The frog
No, see, but they've already done that. Let's.
in Dreamland.
Wait, what, Greg? What was your original point before Kevin?
I think, but we need
Interrupted
to
you.
hone in on the cast here of characters. We
Yeah.
need to figure out what the actual movie is.
What the movie is. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out at you. I know it's gonna sound like a crazy plot line, right?
Throw it at me, Nick.
Mario's hanging out with Peach. Bowser kidnaps Peach. He does something creepy. Mario has to go save Peach. Done.
This shit doesn't work. That works
has
fine
to
as your
get
cartoon
done.
movie.
He
This
has
is
to
live action.
Somehow hack into someone's computer to find all of their pictures, right? And then he's like, oh, from those pictures, I can understand they're super powered, right? So I have to put a team together to go after this guy because I can't beat him by myself. Who do I get? I need the strong person, right? Donkey Kong's got to come in.
Donkey
Kong's
Kong
gotta
is
come
not in this movie.
Okay,
I will
gotta
walk
get the
away
smart
from
kid.
Donkey
this
Kong
picture.
is officially part of the Mario universe. Like it or not, Greg.
And here's why I want.
have you heard of
Donkey
New
Kong.
Donk City?
I have
You
heard of New
fucking
Donk City.
asshole.
He's not there though, is he?
Mario goes
Yes,
like
he
this.
is.
He's
I got to
not
put a
there,
team
is he?
together to
All right.
fight through the Mushroom Kingdom to get my love back. Donkey Kong is the muscle. Who do we cast as Donkey Kong? There's only one person. Exactly. There's only one person you cast as Donkey Kong. The Rock. Put his name down.
Don't put his name down.
So why don't you like The Rock? Is
Because
this
he
a
played
thing?
for the
played for the
Hurricanes.
Miami Hurricanes 27 years ago, and they beat her team before she was even born. You understand? She was not even a zygote yet.
Back then, Bobby Bowden was still our coach, and we were reigning supreme.
Until they beat you.
Yeah,
Cool.
pretty much.
So that's why.
So what we're doing here is making a Donkey
I-
Kong movie is what we decided.
No.
We're retelling the story of Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong needs to be beaten by this little jump man. That's what we're saying here.
No.
Oh my God,
That's King
Michael
Kong.
Jordan's in the movie too.
Yeah. Does he have to
I
sound
like where your
like?
head's at. Michael Jordan, Mario.
Space Jam meets Mario.
You guys are off the fucking rails. Bring it back to reality.
Have you seen Space Jam?
No.
Yes,
haven't
you
either.
have.
I've probably seen Space
I
Jam
haven't
a long
seen
time
it.
ago. I don't remember.
You've never
Space
seen
Jam.
Space
I've never seen Space.
What the fuck?
I've seen
I thought
every
you
Air-
liked sports.
I've seen
That's
every
the most
Air Bud
accurate
movie.
representation
No,
of
Air Bud
sports.
is.
You say
Okay,
you've
Air
seen
Bud's
every
amazing.
Air Bud
I love
movie?
Air Bud. You've seen every Air Bud movie.
I didn't say
I
No,
have.
How many
she
Air Bud
said I've
movies are
seen
there?
every Air Bud
Oh, you've
movie,
seen every one.
Every single one.
and she hasn't seen
I
Space
question
Jam.
that.
I've seen every
There's a
Bring It
lot
On
of
movie.
them.
Jeff, didn't I rewatch Air Bud with
gotta pee.
Edward?
Airbud 3 and the actress popped in the chat while you were watching the
Yep.
movie.
But did you watch Air Buddies?
Yes, of
Oh
course.
my God, you Air Buds in space?
Well, after I watched that, I watched a few leading up to the stream, and then after the stream, I was on such an Air Bud high, and also I was high, so I kept watching the other Air Buds.
Got it. I saw Air Bud 1 in theaters, and I was very happy about it, but then I fell off. I fell off the Air
I
Bud
feel like
hype.
for movies like that, you should be allowed to bring your dog if you have a golden retriever to that movie.
I lied. I also saw 2. 2's where he plays football, right?
Yeah, I just wish they would make like an Air Puck where he plays hockey, but I know the opposable.
They already
thumbs.
did that with the monkey. Remember the chimpanzee?
That sucked. I want dogs.
MVP. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Most viable primate. God, oh, when you're good, you're good. But Space Jam's amazing.
20-year anniversary. A few days ago.
And now they're about to make number 2 with LeBron James.
Oh God,
Does that
fuck
make you
him.
happy?
No, I hate
You don't
LeBron,
like LeBron
James so much.
Who do you like?
I like John Wall
John
and
Wall.
Gilbert Arenas.
What about Paul Wall? You like Paul Wall?
What about John
I
Walsh?
love anything Houston. Wait, does he do tip drill? No, that's who does tip drill? That's Nelly.
Oh, Nelly.
Tip
Yeah.
St. Lunatics.
Pimp juice.
Pimp juice.
Remember the
another good
ATM
fun.
thing? That was a whole thing. Where we at?
Nowhere.
So we're allowed to
absolutely
take
nowhere.
bathroom breaks here because I just chugged that. tape.
100%.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll wait till he comes back.
Yeah, it's gonna be awkward. You can't go in there when he's in there. He's gonna make it smell bad too.
Real bad.
Oh,
He's
I
gonna.
don't, that makes me uncomfortable. That kind of humor makes me uncomfortable.
No, it's not
I'm
humor.
not- this is
It's
the
not-
reality of the situation.
He's going to excessively use the
Joey, you can
stupid
come
ass
tell.
smell
You can-
thing.
you can
You're gonna
come
be like,
tell.
"Ugh."
You can explain that we're not joking. Nick
Oh
ruins
yeah, there's
bathrooms.
one bathroom for 7 of us here on a daily
And
basis.
one of us is Nick.
It's a very
one of
beautiful
them is
bathroom,
me.
though.
Thank you.
and I don't feel like I get enough.
How do you
credit for
feel about the
dealing with it.
painting in the bathroom?
It's beautiful. I took a picture of it and put it on Instagram.
It's amazing.
What do we got on this?
I
list
want
so
one of
far?
me like that.
Nothing good.
Who
Nothing
does your
good.
art?
We have
There
the rock.
is-
I
Stuff
want
on
one
there. How
of
can you
me
say
and my two
nothing
dogs
good?
in that
They're not.
style.
They
can
shouldn't
do
be in
that.
this picture.
We have a friend named Panda Musk. He's amazing, and he does this.
They're
please put
overextending
me in
themselves in the
contact
first
with
film.
him?
Yes, I will. I will.
You're
I'm sure
you're
he'll-
taking what you've
Social
learned
yes,
and applying it to
Panda
this new
Musk.
cinematic
Okay.
universe.
Yeah, and he's great.
How do we feel about turning this Super Mario cast into like a heist movie?
See, I don't like this.
Why not?
We got to make Mario Mario.
It's not going to work live action though.
You say that.
She's going to go to the bathroom now.
and then I'm just gonna.
I'm scared. I'm not attached to.
No,
any
you're not
mics,
attached to
right?
anything. You're not
Oh my God,
attached-
that went
The
so
problem
bad.
we have is that the movie doesn't
gets
work
creepy.
as a traditional Mario. No, it's going to be creepy from the beginning.
Yeah.
We have to take a dark tone to this. Bowser is running an international sex ring.
Naturally.
Somebody, one of his high-profile
Wants a blonde.
clients, I'm sorry,
Call him.
wants Princess Peach. So he kidnaps Princess Peach. for some reason, King of the Mushroom Kingdom can't go to the authorities through the proper channels, needs someone who can work under the table, knows these guys who have what their whole deal is.
Wait, can I stop you?
No, 'cause I was on a roll, but no,
I love
sure,
where you're
it's
at.
fine.
I love where you're at. What if the king is the bad guy at the end, right? And so he goes, hey, we have to get someone to go help out. Who are we going to get? We're going to hire someone who knows what they're doing? No, there's 2 idiot plumbers working on my fucking sink right now. Let's con them into going to help out and find this girl, because then they'll fail and I'll get whatever my MacGuffin thing is that I want.
At the very end of the movie, he's like, you thought I was the king. I'm actually a Kong. And he turns into the CGI fucking mess. And then the Avengers come.
That's totally learn from everybody's mistakes.
Yeah.
Let's go back to your idea. I like your idea better.
Too late, you ruined this.
Well, you
dumbass.
were giving the plot of the
But
93
plumbers
movie.
are that's like their front, right?
Yeah,
and
they're
secretly like assassins.
Exactly, they're secret.
I don't like that.
Maybe not assassins,
They're like
but
Taken.
something.
They're like
Yeah,
2
yeah.
Liam Neesons.
I like mine better.
That's their thing. Oh, fine then. How about you just pitch the fucking movie, huh?
I just did. That's how it is. They're idiots.
What's the MacGuffin at the end they want?
Here's where it is. Here's what it is. Okay. Bowser is, we think he's the bad guy, right? The king of Mushroom Kingdom, whatever, is like made a deal with him. Bowser wants the girl, whatever. The girl is like super important to, maybe she's going to be the next queen. I don't know, she's a princess, right?
sure.
That's how that
She's going to
works.
be a queen.
Line of succession.
The king, the quote unquote king, well, we put something in his backstory. He's not really the king. You know, he's just been like there until she comes of age. So he hires Bowser to kidnap her, quote unquote, so that he can
Bowser's
take.
also a king.
So it's like a Sleeping Beauty
Koopa.
thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sleeping Beauty thing, right? Get her out of the picture, whatever, yada, yada, yada. By the way, she met Mario once because Mario and Luigi were working on the pipes in the castle, right? They kind of hit it off. They had a
Working on
cute
some
little thing.
pipes, I feel
We run off the dynamic of she's a princess, he's a commoner,
So now
right?
we're
He's also
Aladdin.
Italian, and Italians.
So this is Aladdin.
This is exactly right. So the king goes, oh, I'll hire these 2 idiots to go after her, knowing very well that they're never going to be able to get her, right? Because they're fucking idiots. What they don't know is that these guys roll deep. They got Toad. They got their boy Donkey Kong. They're going after these fucking Goombas. You see what I'm saying? They save the princess. The princess comes just in time for the coronation of the king, right? Knocks him out. I am the true leader of Mushroom Kingdom. Boom. Do they get together at the end? No, they don't get together at the end. You know why?
'Cause you need that
she's
for the
gotta-
sequel.
Because she's got to get on a plane. She gets on her plane, right? And Mario's there. He's on the runway, and he's just like a G, he's just standing there watching her go, right? And then the Whitney Houston song
Damn
kicks
it! I
in,
knew you were just doing it as a
right?
bodyguard.
And then the plane stops, and right as we key change, and it goes like this.
Damn it! That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
She runs out and they kiss, and you know they're going to be together forever. And Mario's always going to be her watchful bodyguard.
See, my thing is, I'm going to take
Academy
it a different
Award
direction.
winner Nick Scarpino, ladies
That
and
was
gentlemen.
great. That was great. I'm going to keep it simple. Everyone always complains about video game movies that they're not authentic enough. So I want to keep it as authentic as possible. We start off, the princess gets kidnapped by Bowser, who is a giant turtle, and takes her away.
How does he
And
run,
then the
though?
movie
He loved
is,
fucking Ninja Turtles.
the movie is an hour and a half of parkour. That's it. It's just a bunch of obstacle courses and plumbers trying to do parkour. And then at the end of it, he kisses or she kisses him on the cheek, and then it ends. And then it's just like, would you like to watch this again? And you're like, no.
Now, here's the big question. Does Mario have that stupid accent that he has in the game all the time? The stupid stereotypical Italian accent that people should stop using? What do you think?
That's a real accent.
No.
You can't, right? You don't want to watch 2 hours of him doing that stupid voice, right?
Is it a real accent?
Is it a real accent? Yeah,
I'm
it's
asking
totally a
you.
real
Yeah.
accent. 100% it's a real accent. But it's also like, oh, well, I'm going to tell you, it's a me, Mario. As an Italian person,
Mario.
when I hear that, I actually don't care. It doesn't matter one way or the other.
So
Plain old
right now,
business.
Margot Robbie's speech.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Toad and Toadette, Danny DeVito, Rhea Perlman.
Okay.
Bowser, I say he comes back and reprises his role, Dennis Hopper.
I'm actually okay with
It's not like he's gonna be a dinosaur or anything stupid. Well, you want him to actually be the turtle,
I mean,
right?
here's the problem. Yeah, no,
Dennis
man.
Hopper's not saying
repeating
yes
our
to this,
mistakes.
by the way.
Do we not learn
Dennis
anything
Hopper
from
wasn't the
history?
problem with Super Mario Bros.
But I
movie.
guarantee you go to Dennis Hopper's people and be like, yo, we want you to reprise your role. And he goes, I'm not going down that fucking road again.
But you're
That
like,
was a
no,
terrible
everything.
fight.
It's one of those things the kids love because it's so bad. It'll be fun to reveal.
What
when
if
you're
we cast Gary Oldman as Bowser?
I love Gary Oldman
You
so
see what I'm
much.
saying? Because he could play. He just disappears in roles. He
true.
could play that bad guy.
William H. Macy.
He's
William
great
H.
also.
Macy is good as well.
He'd be better
Even
as like
though
a
William
Toad.
H.
He's
Macy's
from
would be.
Shameless, right?
Yeah.
William
He's
H.
the dad.
Macy, I'm going to
Yeah.
veto you and put him as Dry Bones.
I'm down.
Dry Bones is some kind of informant on the way.
No. Dry Bones, though. You wanted Steve Buscemi.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Dry Bone.
Yeah.
As Steve Buscemi, come on, dude, that's gold.
Okay.
So good.
I think the king of the Mushroom Kingdom needs to
Steve
be
Harvey.
Colin Firth.
Oh yes, he'd be a good heel. If we're going with my treatment of the script, which I
sure.
think we all agreed was
Chad, we have Stephen
better.
Ogg.
Yep.
The Goombas, The New Day. Xavier Woods, Big E, Kofi Kingston.
Who do we have for
Familiar.
Bullet Bill?
Bullet Bill, Steve Harvey. Now, I have held off for the sequel. We need Waluigi and Wario, but I think they're also the stinger Easter egg of like
Dan Riker for
credit scene?
Waluigi, I'm telling you.
Sure, that's fine with me.
He's not a real.
He's not an
human
actor,
being.
of
He's not a
course.
real
You're
human
bringing
being.
down the quality of the movie. No offense to Dan Riker,
We've already lost.
With this plot, we're not getting anywhere.
but I'm saying Gary
That's a
Oldman at
great
the end
plot.
he's like at the glass thing, sitting there talking on the other side to somebody, and then we spin the camera around and it's Waluigi and Wario, and we know they're gonna be the bad
So
guys.
who's
for two.
Yoshi? I feel like
We cut Yoshi out of this film because that's a stupid thing to put in there.
You're a sociopath.
What? I'm sorry, everybody. What human being are these two gonna ride?
Secretariat.
They can still be
Andy
animated
Serkis.
things.
Andy Serkis is
Andy
getting a
Serkis.
sex.
There it is.
That's a
Andy
good,
Serkis
Such a good
as the
answer.
Yosh.
good job. Andy Serkis is Yoshi in this film. Yeah, of course. Now, then,
Yoshi was awesome in the movie. Let's be fucking real.
Which one was Yoshi in the movie?
remember him in
He was
the
a
movie.
dinosaur. He was the fucking dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
No, they all. What about the lizard men with the small heads? They were dinosaurs.
They were toads. They were Goombas. Those were Goombas. One of them was Toad.
The only raptor in the thing was Yoshi.
Remember when
Which
Daisy
one
came
was-
back at the end with the guns?
The rhino and the warthog.
They were Bebop and Rocksteady.
Y'all
As
got
featured
jokes.
in
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too.
Have we cast Mario or Luigi yet?
No,
'Cause I
that
feel
was
like we probably
we've
should've
saved for the
started
end. We
there.
no. We've painted the picture on what we're getting
Okay.
here. Now we need to find Mario and Luigi.
I'm gonna
What
go-
age brackets are we looking?
I'm gonna go.
Hugh Jackman.
I'm gonna throw this
I was
out there.
about to say that. I was legitimately about
Yes.
for
Hugh
Mario,
Hugh Jackman,
right?
Yes.
but not as
Yeah.
Mario. Not as Mario. Luigi, Channing Tatum as Mario. That's what I'm throwing out.
No.
That's
Channing
awful.
Tatum.
Why
Mario.
do you keep trying to cast white people in brown people roles?
First off,
Damn.
Brown people.
Mario. Very,
I'm allowed to say that.
Very
I
Italian.
knew you were allowed to say that.
You're not allowed to say that. She's
That's
allowed
not
to
what's
say
in
that.
dispute.
No, that's not what's in dispute.
I don't know that we categorize the
Mario and
Italians as the brown
Luigi-
people.
Here's the
do we put them as brown people?
No.
Maybe the
Meatball
southern
people.
Italians, like the ones that are like from Sicily.
Here's my problem, everybody.
You know, they get a little.
You're trying,
tan.
and I respect
They're
what
all
you're
the
doing. Hugh Jackman's a great pick. We need to work with him in these pictures, right? The problem is we're building a franchise of 3 movies here. We've already laid them out, all right? Number 2, of course, is Waluigi Wario. Number 3 is The Rock, finally, all right? But he steals Rosalina.
I think that number 2 should
DK.
only debut in Japan. And it actually just be a remake of a different movie here where we replace all the characters with Mario characters. And then for 3, we actually come back to the original
I
plot.
appreciate what you're joking around
Thank
about,
you.
okay? But here's my thing that you're missing, right? Imagine, we still need to find Mario and Luigi, I agree. But with the whole thing, Dennis Hopper on the phone, but
Yeah.
he's like,
Dennis Hopper's dead.
is he really? When did that happen?
8 years ago.
Fuck, guys, we're back to the drawing board. I'm a Dennis
He's
Hopper.
dry
if you
bones
can do
then.
it.
No, we said Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman's
Oh,
gonna
Gary
be-
Oldman was the
Gary
father. Sorry,
Oldman is
you're right,
is Bowser. Come on.
And if we're so anyways, it's either the King or Bowser talking to the glass. We're not sure yet or whatever. Camera swings around, and there in the purple Waluigi hat is Hugh Jackman. And Hugh Jackman is our villain for the second movie. Hugh Jackman, we don't
would be a good villain.
We don't get to see bad enough, and he'd finally get to be lanky.
He could be a fun, good. He doesn't have to get jacked anymore.
Yes,
Like, he doesn't have to be
exactly.
fucking like. He
can be himself.
You know, that'd be great. That'd be
Yeah,
super
okay,
fun.
okay. I like that. We're doing that. Sorry, Dan Riker, you have been replaced
Well,
by
Dan
Hugh
Riker
Jackman.
again probably would say no. I don't want to really do that. I'm not an actor.
I'm sure he would
I'm
say
too
yes.
busy
I
living
want
in
to
the
do that.
fucking East Coast and.
Mario and Luigi.
Throw it out. I'm okay.
I had a neighbor named Mario growing up.
Thanks, Tim. That
Italian.
bit of
I mean,
information
that doesn't
useless
help.
for
Yeah,
this.
that's not-
I'm
useless bit
casting
of
him.
information.
He was fucking amazing.
You're gonna cast your
Gave me my
Italian
first
neighbor named
car.
Mario.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then let's go Mario, not Bros. And then we'll
Yeah.
cast him. There you go.
Yeah. Mia Khalifa as Mario.
Okay, come on. Just because I have a mustache.
Damn, it's like you knew I was going there.
Cool, Greg. Who should be Mario? You want to be a wrestler. See, I think if we have the New Day where they are
Ric
right
Flair
now, right,
as
as
Mario.
Goombas, that's a fun cameo. If we put wrestlers as the stars, we get pigeonholed into be a wrestling movie. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like
yeah. Then we gotta
John
get Vince
Cena, the
McMahon.
Marine. Yeah, Vince McMahon's got
He's gonna
executive
want a piece,
produce.
and we're like, we don't want a
That's a
fucking
huge
piece.
problem.
Leave Vince McMahon out of here.
Is this like a
Joey's.
comedic tone?
Yes, definitely comedic.
I don't.
This
We're going for
plot's
Oscars
serious.
here.
Or a Zac Efron?
Zach, I love Zach Efron. I don't know. Is this the
He's not
picture
Mario.
for him? Miles Teller?
No.
No, he could be a good Luigi.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Damn, as Luigi
Yeah.
and Channing Tatum as Mario.
Why Tatum for Mario?
Because he's fucking
Why do you have such a
perfect.
boner for
Can we
him?
get an everyman?
Have you seen him
I
dance
need
in
an
a Mario?
everyman
Have you
as
seen the scene
Mario.
in Magic Mike where he dances to Pony and all the girls in the front row
And what
get-
makes you
get
think
wet?
Mario
Wet.
about that?
What?
Wet.
What? That's how you pronounce it in Arabic.
That's how. Well, that's how you pronounce it when Channing Tatum does it to you. You don't just get wet; you get wet.
He doesn't do it for me.
Really?
Yeah, you know who does though? Casey Affleck.
Put it in.
Really?
Yes.
Casey Affleck gets you wet.
I mean, fuck it. Ben and Casey Affleck.
No, we are not. Ben Affleck cannot be.
Affleck is Mario.
Brothers,
Ben
and
Affleck
Casey
cannot be
Affleck.
trusted with anything anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
this is
fair.
a
That's
non-starter,
fair. That's
Mr.
fair.
I want to be Batman now. I don't want to be
That's
Batman now. I
fair.
want to be Batman now. I don't want to be Batman. Non-starter.
Guillermo from, I think that's his name, from Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh my God, yes.
Ooh. I was thinking about this. What
Yeah,
about your
actually
friend,
pretty good.
your
Yeah.
internet friend Dan Fogel?
He has the
or
same
Dan
shape.
Fogler, or
Oh,
whatever.
Dan Fogler would be good. Yeah,
Dan
he'd be
Fogel
really
as Mario?
good. He'd be a good Mario.
What about Pablo from IGN?
Pablo also could be the stunt double because he looks a lot like Dan Fogler.
Josh Gad.
Ooh, there you go,
Jeff, coming out of the
Josh.
fucking
We
bleachers
have
over there.
a winner.
Josh
We have
Gad.
a
Josh
winner.
Gad as
I'm into
Mario.
it.
Now, see, now that Josh Gad is Mario, I feel like
Yeah.
you can play with Luigi, and if you want to
could.
throw Channing Tatum out there, that's all right. But the problem is everybody's going to say, oh, Josh Gad's new Jonah Hill, and then we got a whole situation.
Oh, that's true. That is
He's
true.
the new
Now
Jonah
Josh Gad and Miles Teller again.
Hill. Although
I love Miles Teller.
no, see, I don't think
He was Reed Richards in the terrible Fantastic Four. He was in the drumming movie Whiplash. He was the drummer in Whiplash. He was in that movie where they played beer pong a lot. He
be
was
honest
in.
with you, though.
There's an Anna Kendrick movie he was in that I haven't watched, but it's on my Netflix or
to be
Amazon
honest with
queue.
you, if we could do Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, I would be down for that. I really do think that would be good. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum for Mario and Luigi would not be a bad
No, we're
idea.
done. No,
see
we're done
that.
with that. We can't do it again.
Channing
Why
Tatum
not?
doesn't want this role.
Oh,
Who
the
is?
Brave, yeah.
I'm saying Miles
I
Teller.
still can't picture him.
It's
Give me
the
a string
war
bean
veteran
actor that would be a good Luigi.
John Leguizamo.
As I've said that, what I jumped to, and I don't know
74
his
years old at this
repertoire
point.
well,
He's 74.
but the guy, stick with me, Joey. I'm looking at you. And actually, who watches?
I watch everything.
Who watches? Well, fuck. Now I got a different idea altogether.
Give it to me.
Give me the first one.
Hold on. My first one's gonna
Oh.
be Silicon Valley.
I love that show.
Anybody watch Silicon
I
Valley?
love
watch
that
it.
show.
What's
Yeah.
the guy who was on The Office but not was then also Silicon Valley? He's like, and he's that kind of guy. He talks very like he's just
Oh,
one
the Nazi.
Is that what he is? In real life or in the show?
No, in the show.
Okay, okay.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, but I don't know his.
Nazi in
I didn't know his
Silicon
Is he
acting.
one
well
of the
enough.
core crew?
But here's what I
Yeah.
did. Here's what I did as I pivoted as I started to say it.
now I got a Nazi.
What
on
if we
the brain.
had Kumail as Luigi, huh? Really put it on its head.
Kumail Nanjiani?
Yeah.
He's funny, but I feel like we're
And
getting away
he's
from
lanky to Josh Gad.
No, he's short. He's pretty short.
How short's Josh Gad? Because I pictured him
Josh
pretty
Gad,
short.
they're probably the same height.
Damn it.
Truth be told, sorry.
Why do we
But
care?
the guy that from the Silicon Valley is really funny. He could work.
From the
The guy
Verizon
who's like he's
commercial
the side
or?
No, the sidekick to the Verizon commercial guy.
Yes, that's the Nazi.
Show me the cast of
that's
Silicon
right,
Valley.
He is.
Yeah, he is a
but he
Nazi.
played a Nazi in
Silicon Valley, and it brings up the Google
he's
Maps.
a Nazi in Silicon Valley because they were like, why do you have all this World War II memorabilia?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, my grandfather was a Nazi.
There you go, right there. That guy right there.
Yes.
That guy right
Yes,
there.
that's
Right
him.
there. Right
He's in
there.
a movie
Show
called
it to the people. Show it to the people.
Oh, that guy.
Yes.
The guy that's in love with
Aaron.
Although TJ Miller would be pretty funny as
I
Luigi
love
as well.
him.
I like that guy a lot.
I'm not watching this movie.
Ryan Reynolds as Luigi.
Yes. Then we got to cast someone super handsome as Mario, though.
What?
Why?
Casey Affleck.
Do you not know what Mario and Luigi look like?
Mario is the fucking sexier
We're
of
trying
the
to
two.
sell tickets here.
In,
We're
in,
going to
in the
sexualize
political
them.
climate today, we can't cast Casey Affleck.
Why?
He was accused of like sexually assaulting someone, wasn't he?
Yeah, so let's
Oh
put
my
Kevin
God!
Spacey
Did
on
we hear the
list.
other side
Put
of
Kevin
the
Spacey in there.
No, we can't. That's never going to Netflix. We can't do that.
Walken.
It's fine, Bowser. It's good. Foo Fighters.
Why is he Swedish?
I know.
That's his Walken. That's his Christopher
that's
Walken.
bad.
It's not good.
No.
I already made fun
What's
of
your
me this
Christopher
morning.
Walken?
More cowbell.
No, that was
That was
way
that
worse.
was
That was
really
just you.
bad.
Yeah.
That was
I
just you
didn't think it
talking
would
me.
get bad. We established this
So the
morning that
Super Mario movie
Okay.
is finalized.
Mm-hmm.
As Mario, Josh Gad. Luigi, Ryan Reynolds. Peach, Margot Robbie. Toad, Danny DeVito. Toadette, Rhea Perlman. We're getting the band back together. Bowser, Gary Oldman. Yoshi, Andy Serkis. Dry Bones, Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
The Mushroom Kingdom King, Colin Firth.
Colin Firth.
Chad, Stephen Ogg. The Goombas, The New Day. Bullet Bill, Steve Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
Then in the sequel, but in a teaser, we have Hugh Jackman as Waluigi. Wario, we did not cast. Dan Fogler. There you go.
Yeah, that'd be
we'll
right.
bring
That'd
him in
work.
there.
Yeah, there
Okay,
you go.
cool.
Dan
And
Fogler's
then in the triple threat sequel, Rosalina's Taylor Swift, Donkey Kong's The Rock.
This
We don't need Daisy.
undeniably
The best casting ever.
the worst
What we've
casting
done.
topic we have ever done.
You're a
is a great- I
fanboy. You're a
appreciate it.
fanboy. You're just a fanboy.
Yeah, you don't have
Fanboy.
perspective on this.
I have taste as I drink my ice.
Kevin, do we do another topic? I don't know where we are anymore
We're
in
at
the
16
show.
hours, 34 minutes.
That's a
and
long
52
podcast.
seconds.
I have no. There's 4 topics. We did.
Well, no, remember I said we were going to combine the first, then we got off the rails, then we started drinking
Well, yeah,
beers.
just
Now I'm
ignore
just ready to
that.
fucking
Just ignore
fight.
the whole combined. That was still a 22-minute topic. The first
Okay.
one.
Whatever you want to say, do, Big Cat. You're in
Nah,
charge.
you're good. I mean, you want to keep going, you can go, but like you did your
You got
job.
anything else you want to say, Mia? You got any hot topics? Anything you just want to talk about?
Yeah, why
How
are you holding
doing?
your
What did you
mic?
think of lemonade today?
Not as good as I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie, and I
okay.
wish we had gone to Frescas.
Hell
should've
yeah!
went to
Lomo
Gotta like
saltado
it.
Lomo
all the way.
saltado.
Lomo saltado.
Trust me, the Lomo saltado
you don't
there
wanna
is
go
not
there.
good.
It gives
What the
you
fuck
squid.
are you talking about?
It's
you guys
bad.
are wrong.
The Lomo saltado was disgusting.
It was not good when we
You
went
guys
there.
suck. I
When
hate
the fuck
you
did you guys
Sorry.
so
go?
much.
The one
Oh,
time. that
Limon
Kevin-
is amazing. Is there one over in West Portal?
No.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Jesus.
But
Don't
there's
get my
one
heart
not
started.
too far by Van Ness.
We should go there all
10
the time.
extra minutes. I'm down.
You down
Okay,
for
cool.
You
second
want to go
lunch?
for dinner? Yes.
Born for second
Yes.
lunch. Got the body for second lunch. You know
Good
what I'm
for
saying?
you.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Game Over Greggy Show each and every week. 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table. Each bring a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny where you can get each and every episode early. How early, Nick?
You'd be watching it in the present.
You could also get it on Friday. You could get it early there. If not, you got no bucks to toss our way. It's no big deal. We put it up topic by topic, day by day, until it goes up as one big video and MP3 the following week on youtube.com/kindafunny. Mia Khalifa, you've been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you
you so
guys for
much.
having me.
You've been perfect. You've been great all day. We appreciate that.
Thank you. I'm glad I didn't wildly offend anyone to not ever get invited back.
Not on
No,
camera.
you're fine. Yeah, not on camera. You can do it out. Yeah, Kevin may never be the same off camera, but it's no big deal.
Kevin got bongo today.
Kevin
He's
got
Bongo,
bongo.
big time. Big
He got
time bongo.
bongoed by Mia Khalifa.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite. My
What was
favorite
the
things ever happened.
somebody in the chat said? Or like now if you go to what was it?
If you go on Pornhub and search for
Mia
Mia
Khalifa.
Khalifa Bongo's young Peruvian boy.
Yeah.
Is
clip
that
will be
on there now?
No, it will be soon.
Somebody please go to the video of that. I need Kevin on Pornhub.
Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you. Thanks for watching the Game Over Greggy Show. Click up here. Click down there for Patreon. Click over here for the playlist and click down there for whatever cool Greg puts there.
What's going on with the painting behind you? They don't know because it's a Mia episode.
There's a painting behind me. It's too late for you to get it at this point. Nick Scarpino's sick. Kevin might be sick too. It's too funny.